I started that off viewing a Christmas song, and then I forgot how it went, so it kind of just trailed out.
Oh, that was a Christmas song? I didn't even realize.
I want enough for Christmas.
Yeah,
whatever that one is.
I wouldn't have got that. Remember, there was like a year that you did that. I think it was when we were in person, and you would just try and come up with a song every week. And I was like, if I don't know the song you're starting with, man, it's really hard to like catch up to it sometimes.
It's one of those things that I do for me. I don't care if it makes anybody else.
And it would be like a country song that I had never heard of, and you're like, no, that's Billy Joe Smith and his new song he just came out with.
So Tin Can Johnson, how do you not know him?
What? It's Oil Can Callahan.
By the way, great band name right there, Tin Can Johnson.
Tin Can Johnson. That was a little callback to the Rod Ryan show from this morning. We had band names. Show band names. I guess I thought that's what he was doing. He was not.
No, I just like to come up with
that's
band
me
names.
Full of myself, just assuming that all my friends listen to all the things I'm on. That's the weirdest thing about like sometimes like when I hang out with people, I'll like say something that I said on the podcast, like if it comes up, and they're like, "Yeah, no, I heard you talk about that on past year." I'm like, "Well, fuck." I mean, I don't expect everybody that I ever know to like do the backstory on me all the time, you know.
Well, god damn it, man! Thanks for supporting me.
Look, right. Well, I only have one opinion on this. I've already said it.
So happy Gravy Day, guys.
So what's your opinion? Yeah, happy Gravy Day. It's episode 433.
We just kind of got right into it there.
We did. It's episode 433. We are no longer in spooky season. So I wanted to propose something that maybe would be kind of cool. Since
no, I will not make out with you.
Oh. No, not that. That's later. But spooky season, it came, it went. And now we don't really like people don't ever call this part of the year anything. Like, can we call it gobble season? Because it's like Thanksgiving's next.
Bonk.
I like gobble season. It's cool. And you can
gravy
use it in both ways.
Would be better.
Gravy season. Oh fuck.
Yeah, gravy season.
How did it like? How were you trying to think of it? And
I thought too much into like what we should call it. I just thought gobble would sound cool.
No, I think Thanksgiving is the most disrespected holiday there is. Because how many people do you know now are like, it's Christmas season?
Christmas trees are already up, bro.
Like you can tell people like who.
And Halloween, you have the Halloween people beforehand too that are just like, oh nope, that's all we care about since like March.
No, but people that go right to Christmas and skip Thanksgiving, you're just like, okay, so your parents couldn't cook for shit growing up. That's why Thanksgiving means nothing to you. Like if your parents were good cooks and knew how to make dope food, Thanksgiving would be your favorite holiday, like it is mine. If you go straight to Christmas, you're like, you had unseasoned turkey and canned everything. Fuck you.
So gravy season over gobble season is what we're going to go with?
Yes.
It's
gravy season.
Yeah, and that plays into our hand. So I like that. Good call on that. But just let's like make it a thing to be. We were joking a couple weeks ago, and you were saying like it's weird if like Halloween's the go-to holiday for you. Like all year, all I think about is Halloween. Like let's just make Thanksgiving let's make that a thing. I'm a big Thanksgiving-aholic.
That kind of is my thing.
But you need to make sure like all year round from now on, like all like out like June, you gotta be posting about Thanksgiving. Like just hyping it up. Just be like, OMG, can't wait till Thanksgiving.
Just like
hashtag gravy season.
Once a week, post a countdown to when Thanksgiving is.
Yes, do that.
I could do that.
I know a guy that his entire Instagram has become just a countdown Instagram, and his wife got something at like a flea market that had like the Santa Claus. It was like a Santa Claus light, and it had how many days till Christmas. And then he found like he did like a whole like Christmas countdown from like when 100 days out. And it was kind of like a funny joke. And then he like started doing other stuff. And I was like, oh, okay. We're like, this is all it is. And he would just crop out like days till Christmas. And it would just be like the green number. And like, he'll be like Father's Day countdown, Labor Day countdown, opening day countdown. And so it's just like, all right, like I sort of know like what random holiday is about to come up throughout the year. And then like now he's already on the Christmas calendar. The only thing that happens is if it's 69 days, I always just comment nice.
I think the only bigger red flag than the people that are just Halloween is their favorite holiday are the dudes that are like, no, dude, it's steak and BJ day. And you're like, well, that means you did that once when you were 18 and you've been trying to recapture the magic of it and it's never happened again.
Yeah, you probably don't get a lot of blowjobs.
Dude, once a year, my girl cooks me a steak and sucks my dick. And
it's because like
dude, you haven't had a relationship in like 8 years though. Yeah, but like it's still the sickest
I'll find
holiday,
some
man.
chick.
I go out to the bars every year on that day, hoping to pick up a girl. And if they come home with me, be like, by the way, you have to cook me a steak.
You're gonna have to do the work
suck my dick.
You want this? You're gonna have to earn it.
You want some of this penis?
But babe, it's my holiday. Babe, my holiday. Come on,
babe.
And again, it's okay if you celebrate steak and BJ, but if like that's your favorite holiday, it's just pick another one. Another one to say is your favorite holiday. You can enjoy the holiday. There's nothing wrong with that.
Yeah, if you say that's your favorite one,
don't drop that as like, what's your favorite holiday? And like the company, like when they're going around the room, just ask them, like, steak and BJ day. Hey, go on CHR real quick.
If that's your favorite holiday, you were 100% in a frat, and you also wish your name was Chad, but it's still just like Bryce. But you think Chad's just a cooler name.
Yeah, it's Bryce, but you go by Chad.
Yeah. You tell people Chad's your middle name and it's not.
What is Chad short for? Chadwick.
Chadwick. No, Chadwick. Chadwick Boseman.
Chadway. No,
R.I.P. in peace.
R.I.P. in peace. So
Chadathan.
gravy season is officially a thing.
Yep.
Okay, cool. I'm glad we got that out of the way. Also, I saw somebody like Halloween happened on Sunday, and I am not a parent. Spoiler alert, but I saw a parent posting about how they're donating their kids Halloween candy, and I didn't say anything because I'm not going to be like the guy that like calls out somebody's parenting on Facebook, but I will on my podcast. And I mean, whatever. Like I don't think they listen, but I just was like, what the fuck? Like you let your kid do all the trick or treating. And then they said, so like, I did some Facebook stalking on that thread, and they were like, well, what do you do? Like, how do you not let them have any? And she was like, we're not going to even make any assumptions about anything, cause I don't want to give away who it was. But, they were like, oh no, we give them a Ziploc bag, like a sandwich bag, and let fill that with all the candy that they want, and then they get one piece a day, and then we donate the rest. And I was like, but like they have like a whole bag that they got for Halloween. Like who? Like one, why would you do that? That seems evil. Two, who donates like candy? Like do you take it to like the food bank, and they're like, well, these are about as good as canned food.
So, like, there's so many things wrong.
We did want 37 Snickers and Reese's bars, but like, yeah, I guess this is about as good as like some chicken noodle soup that somebody could have in the winter.
I would have never trick-or-treated if I didn't get to eat the candy.
Right?
Like
it takes away the whole part of it, the whole fun part about it. And they were like, we just wanted to teach our kids values and blah, blah, blah. And it was some like self-righteous bullshit. But I was like, I don't know. This feels like I'm hoping this is a Facebook post that we're not ever going to have like actually happen. And if that's fine, that's cool, whatever. Flex on Facebook all you want. But like, I was, and like, I mean, who is it? Who am I to call it like how somebody raises their kids? But I just was like, that is weird as shit. And I would be very frustrated if my parents were like, you know what? Yeah, you got ready for this and we got you this cool costume. And here, you get these like 12 pieces of candy and you can have one a day. And then that's it. And then we're going to donate. And it's like, donate it to who? Like if you gave it to like a homeless guy, like on the side of the road, that would make more sense than like donate it to like a food bank. I don't know exactly where they were donating it, but it seems odd that you would just like drop it off. Like, oh, well, other kids could have it. I don't know, maybe. But like, hey, here's day old Halloween candy, kids. That makes you feel appreciated.
I mean, it's candy. It's not going bad, but
that's true.
If I'm that kid, 100%. I mean, how many houses do you have to hit to fill up that bag? 3? I'm hitting 3 houses and then I'm done.
Not even, maybe.
Like you come back home and your parents are like, what are you doing? You're back home so soon. But yeah, I filled up my bag. I'm not doing work for other people. Go fuck yourself.
Entertain me now.
Like, you realize you could just buy candy and donate it. You're making me do work for you to make yourself feel good about a Facebook post. Fuck you, mom and dad. I'm calling grandma. I want to be
Well, they probably don't know about the Facebook post, but like, if I knew that and I was a kid, I would have just like started stashing candy on like the route, or just eating a ton of candy as I'm like trick or treating. Like, all right, guys, let's take a break real quick. I'm gonna eat on the curb. Just eat like 75 of these, but I wouldn't throw it in the sewer because I don't want to get caught by it.
I'm gonna eat 5 miniature Snickers real quick. Gotta get my energy up for the next run of
houses. Gotta hype up, you know.
We didn't have a single trick or treater.
You didn't?
I guess my neighborhood just like nobody does it in my neighborhood. They must take.
I had the one, and they loved the gumbo. They love.
And my sister was pumped though. She got to keep like, I don't know. She bought like 4 bags of candy. She was like, "Huh? Guess I have a bunch of candy." Like that's
not bad. That's not a bad idea though to keep that. And that brings me to my next idea, which I have for our Precome segment. Leftover Halloween candy. I love going to, like, I went to HEB the next day and they didn't have the best kinds, but they had like the B candies, I would say. It was like the Three Musketeers, the Almond Joy, the Mounds, which I'm not like, you know, like rolling my eyes at any of those, but it wasn't like Snickers and Reese's, which is, I would say, like 18, like it had Tootsie Rolls in it, which is no thanks. But I still bought it because it was like $1.50. And it also made me realize, like, we should just buy up all the leftover Halloween candy that we can find at stores. And it's almost advent calendar season. And advent calendars are just really like something shitty that you can open and like have that day. So if we just use leftover Halloween candy, we could make our own advent calendars, sell those, and then make a profit on that.
That's what those shitty parents did. They just gave their kid an advent Ziploc bag.
Right. So that's sort of like in that thinking though, but like, you get a little door you get to open every day. That's cool. Right? And it's like, you don't expect something awesome. We don't know. No, not like that.
I think that's what they do with advent calendars though. Don't they, like, each
Some
day
of
they
them,
tell a different story?
Not ours. Not the Pass the Gravy advent calendar.
Oh, each door you open, it just plays a different like segment from one of the episodes of the year.
And so the kids can't really listen to it.
Or it plays an end drop.
Oh yeah, that would be a better one.
That
but
would be
also maybe not
one.
child appropriate either. And if you don't know what an end drop is, you've obviously never listened through the end of the song.
You open it to get
on
your
this
candy.
podcast.
Do ghosts use glory holes?
But
that would actually be a great gift to give somebody. Like every time they open it, it's just
no. But that's again, that's gonna cost us more to make because we're gonna have to figure out how to like install that. I'm thinking we just like flip it and then sell like shitty advent calendars that have like a Tootsie Roll in it and the Three Musketeers. And then it's like, you don't get anything Christmassy. It's just like cool. And like, they still have like the Halloween, like the pumpkin on the Snickers or whatever. Like, oh, and it's just like Christmas is this many days away. Fun fact. And it's that's just the exact same fun fact, but it updates how many days until Christmas every single time. Only 24 days until Christmas. Okay. Fun fact. Only 23 days until Christmas. Here, have a Halloween Reese's.
Like what? Like you do that for the first 5 days, then one of like the 6th day, it actually is a fun fact in there, and then after that, it just goes back to the countdown. Like it gave them hope. Like, oh, this is gonna get good now. No.
We found like a Snapple fact that we drank a Snapple and we just wrote that down as the fun fact.
We just throw Snapple lids into all of them underneath the candy.
It's like a tray. Well, is this a Snapple advent? No, it's ours.
Do you guys work for Snapple? No, we're just really lazy.
Not at all.
To drink Snapple.
Not at all.
I could go for a fucking Snapple right now.
So Pass the Gravy advent calendars. Go by the store and buy up as many like leftover Halloween candies as you can, so we can stock up and make all that back. Because that's the real Doge. Because I don't understand Doge, but I do understand taking a bunch of candy on the cheap, buying like poster board and stapling it together and forming some sort of calendar and filling it with said candy and then charging people like $25 for a calendar.
I'm 100% on board.
It's just easy money right there.
As long as I don't have to do anything to make this happen, I'm in.
You have to buy some of the candy.
As Cartman once said, you do all the work. God damn it. I fucked it up already.
That was great. It's always good when you quote somebody and you don't remember the quote.
Yeah. I don't know. He told him like, you do all the planning, all the work, and implement it all, and I'll take care of the rest.
You still got to buy the candy.
Still made myself like, I'll buy candy all day, man. I got Walgreens discount on top of an already big discount. Let's do this.
He's got that Walgreens discount. Oh shit.
I mean, not to brag or nothing though, dog.
So yeah, that was one of my ideas I had. And then some other ideas, just as we're running through some rapid fire ideas in my my Precome segment. I was heating up something in the microwave the other day, and I thought it'd be cool to just be able to chill stuff out. Now, like it would mostly be drinks, because don't you hate it? Like if you go to like the liquor store and you get your beer. Like sometimes Specs doesn't have Southern Star in the refrigerated section. So you have to get, if you get the Bombshell pills, you got to get it like room temperature. And so you want to cool that bad boy down as much as you can. But like, wouldn't it be sick if you could cool it right away? Like, let's make a microwave that only cools stuff.
So I think what you need to get is some dry ice.
It immediately cools it?
Yeah, or like liquid.
So that's already been a thing.
And just like dip it into that. Is it? Wait, Robert, is dry ice and liquid nitrogen the same thing?
I don't know. Wait, what is the stuff that you spray on your keyboard? But if you hold it upside down, it's like icy. Because then we could just spray that on cans.
I think that's just like.
I mean, that's not a bad idea. I think it is just
compressed air. Yes, but if you hold it upside down, like I remember my dad would always get mad at me. My brother would do that, and they'd be like, "Hey, Will, ah!" And then he'd get like that ice. He's like, no, don't do that.
You could get
I don't know.
You could just keep a bunch of the how they sell the home kits to like freeze warts off?
Oh yeah.
Just like spray your beers with that.
But it's like if that's like I don't know.
Which I have a scar right here because I had to have a work cut off of my finger when I was in high school. That sucker got big.
Yikes.
Yeah. Fun story. That was the whole story.
That's
wild.
Great. That's a fantastic story, Pat.
I'm a bit of a storyteller.
I can tell. Wow. I don't know how we can just wrap the podcast up on that because I don't know how it's going to get any better. But yeah. Let's make a microwave that just cools shit down. Another idea I had was mood ring pens. I think mood ring pens would be a great idea, probably more so for like the high school crowd that uses pens still, but like the ink, I don't know how we'd make it work, but the ink just changes color based on your mood. So throughout the day, it just gets like red because you're mad that you're still in school.
I was going to say, is it going to be just random color changes and be complete bullshit like actual mood rings? Is it just me, or every time you ever put on a mood ring, did it just turn slightly bluish green? It never hit actual colors?
Yeah, or like purple. Like there's like three colors that they kind of like fluctuate in between.
We remember like red if you're in love. And
we used to have guests.
Mood ring was ever red.
I made them put those mood rings on so we could tell if they were really having a good time.
I remember that.
I forgot about those. Do you still have those?
Let me see your ring. I have one. I don't know.
They black. They always turn black.
Yeah, they always turn black.
Those fucking mood ring. God, that feels.
I mean,
like
that was just.
Ago.
I thought that was a pretty low key. Yeah, we've done this like on Zoom for like a year now, almost. Hopefully, beginning of next year, we're gonna have all the stuff to do it in person. We gotta synchronize. We gotta have it easy for everybody to operate, and we're working on getting all the materials and everything. But I
miss being around you. I miss being near you. When this is all over, I think we should get an apartment together. Robert, that's a line from Anchorman. I don't actually want to get an apartment with you.
Oh, thank God.
If you want it, he's down. But mood ring pens, I think, would be something cool to like make money off of. My ideas are mostly just me trying to make money.
Counterpoint.
Whether or not they're good or bad, we could just make it like change colors randomly.
Counterpoint. Instead of mood ring pens, we just sell those novelty pens that when you turn them upside down, it's a naked lady.
We could do both of those things.
I think what we could do is repackage the pens that already have like 4 different colors and call them like, oh, you can choose what mood you're in by selecting the pen.
So choose your own adventure mood ring
yeah.
pens.
Yeah.
It's just we just buy them and like yank out the yellow and the orange, and so it's just like blue, purple, red, or no, just blue, purple, and like whatever other green, and that's it. Like, nope, you get these 3, pick them, go. And black is also available. And they're like, you just ripped out 4 other colors. Doesn't matter. Choose your own mood.
Choose your own mood venture pens. I like that.
We've got some pretty solid money making ideas.
Gravy Tech is just popping today, boys.
Gravy Tech Industries, man. This is a think tank that a lot of people would pay a bunch of money to sit in on, and you guys are getting to listen to it for free, so you're welcome. My final idea I had, and I'm not done with my Precome segment, but I had another idea I wanted to throw by you guys. But I was walking the dog the other day, and it was kind of sprinkling rain, and I had my phone out. I was on Twitter or whatever I was doing, and I was just like, oh, there's getting little droplets of rain. It'd be tight if you could have just like a little clip-on umbrella for phones, so you can like be in the rain and like it doesn't get your phone wet.
I hate to always shit on your ideas, but like if there's an umbrella covering your phone, you're not going to be able to see your phone.
But you mean to tell me that people wouldn't also buy phone umbrellas? How cute they look.
I mean, they might buy it, but then instantly they would be like, oh shit, this covers the screen. What's the point of me using this if I can't use
But
the
they'd
screen?
also take pictures of phone umbrellas. They'd take pictures of phone umbrellas. Then we go viral. Then we sell more phone umbrellas. I'm trying to think about marketing, my friend.
As like a novelty case where it came up off the top, some people would buy that because people.
And you mean to tell me people aren't going to want to have matching umbrellas with their phone umbrellas? Still a set?
Yeah, well, I mean, you can't see your phone if there's an umbrella covering the screen.
No, it's on the top of your phone.
Well, if it's on the top of your phone,
like because people have those ring lights. People have those ring lights that they just clip on the top right there.
Yeah,
like,
but when you're walking around
right there,
outside,
and
your phone isn't straight up and down like that.
But when you're using the umbrella, you would have to.
Yeah, but then you have to hold your phone awkwardly. Well, actually,
in front of your face where you can see it better.
Yes. Actually, this will work because the kind of people that would buy this because they can't stand to not be on their phone for 2 minutes while they're in the rain are the same people that walk around in public FaceTiming and talking loudly, and they already hold their phone up like this. I'm back on board. For that reason, I'm in.
See?
It just makes it seem like it'll make the problem that we hate even worse. It
will. Even more FaceTiming even in the rain and not get my phone wet. So everyone in public who's already pissed off about being rained on can now hear my fucking conversation because I'm so goddamn important.
Will it make that problem worse? Yes. But what would also make me feel better about that problem is if I profited off of that problem. So if it makes that problem that I hate worse, but I'm getting money because that problem's getting worse, then I don't feel as bad about I don't get as mad about it, you know? Like, yeah, dude, walk out into traffic with a phone umbrella. Just make sure you buy another one for your friend.
So I'm picturing probably it's like a pop socket on the back, but then also you just pull the umbrella up and then it spreads out.
That's the 2.0 version. Like we got to come up with the shitty, cheap version first. And then
we got to come up with the beta.
The beta. Yeah. Although our beta is really an alpha. Our beta is really an alpha.
Yeah. I should have called it a prototype.
Right. But, yeah.
I can see the commercial now. Like, are you an asshole? Yes. You should.
Don't you hate it when we would just make really shitty. Like we should actually make this commercial.
And don't you hate it when you're talking loudly in public, but your phone gets slightly wet because it's raining, but you can't put it down? Well, have we got a solution for you?
But it's just like Robert just pours water on like Pat with like a cardboard phone because we don't want to ruin our real phones. And then it's like, oh no, like on the Flex Seal commercials and shit, just womp womp. But yeah, so you have the shitty like little top umbrella part, and then when we have the 2.0 version that you just said, it's like a pop socket that comes out, and then you can kind of bend it so you can theoretically have your phone at an angle and have some coverage on it.
Or so yeah, it can either be, it pops up there, or when it's up, it's like this, but it also folds down behind the phone.
And can be used as like a stand. You can pop the umbrella, use it as a stand so you can watch the game conveniently on your phone.
Yeah. I think this could work.
Yeah. And then we could also have another attachment that has like a knife. So if women are running and they get attacked, they can just hit the eject button and it either shoots the knife at the attacker, or they can just take the knife and stab the guy with it. See? Prototype right there.
I'm in. I'm all in. Hey, sweet. I just found some Crystal Light on this table that's probably about 3 years old.
Try it, dude.
I'm going to use that later. Well, all I have right now is a delicious beer in front of me. I don't have any water.
Good. So yeah, that's the last of my ideas, but I feel like those are all some pretty solid money-making ideas. Yeah, that's about it. But then my last real thing I had was that the Harry Potter universe is kind of super discriminatory towards people with speech impediments.
I mean,
like saying spells would be very, it's very rude that like you have to like say those out loud. You can't just think them and make it happen.
Well, everyone needs to know their own limitations. At that point, you just need to focus on other sorts of witchcraft and wizardry that don't require the auditory spells.
I still think it's very limiting, and I'd like to cancel Harry Potter now.
No, just have somebody cast a spell on you that gets rid of your stutter.
There we go.
Plus in the movies,
fair point.
They stopped saying the names of spells. They just started like waving their wands around.
I think it's one of those things where when you're a beginner, you need to say it out loud to help. But as you train and practice with it,
well, it'd be really
you
hard
can kind
to
of
begin,
just do it
wouldn't
without saying it. Like
if we don't start, how do we finish?
When you first read, you're like saying the words out loud as you read them. But then you can just read without having to say the words. And isn't reading the real magic? No, it's fucking not. No, TV's magic.
It's reading rainbow. You can go anywhere.
Reading rainbow.
Take a look. It's in a book.
God damn it. I love LeVar Burton. Why have they not just made him the new host of Jeopardy yet?
Because they're waiting for Aaron Rodgers, which we'll get to in a little bit. But yeah, that's about all I got for the Precome segment. Who else had something that they wanted to share with the class?
I invite you guys to all do this. I did this the last 2 days and it's been a lot of fun. Go to work, get around as many people, or just do this to as many people as possible. Start singing the Blues Clues We Just Got a Letter song so it gets stuck in everybody's head. So much fun. It randomly popped in my head yesterday. I didn't even sing it first too.
You're like the worst guy at work.
Yeah, I needed hot sauce.
Does bits to everybody the whole day.
Yeah, I needed hot sauce for a table, and I had to go behind the bar to get it. So I walked to the bartender and go, "I'm stealing your Cholula, stealing your Cholula." I wasn't even thinking of the song. It just came to me. And so for like 2 days now, I've just been singing Blues Clues and getting it stuck in everyone's. But here's the thing. Nobody hates that song. Everybody loves that song. It's
but you hate when a song gets stuck in your head though.
Yeah, but when you first hear it, it makes you smile. You're like, "Oh, Blue," who was a girl, by the way. But a lot of people know that. Blue was a girl.
Well, good on me for not assuming gender.
Yeah, of a cartoon dog. I was the same way.
I never wondered whether Blue was a boy or a girl. So shout out to young me.
But yeah, I encourage all of you to just like, you can do it like me, or you can actually sing the song, or just like, when you're at work, just do something that it applies to at work.
There you go.
Like Alex, you could be like, I don't know.
Great example.
Tessa sucks at this game. Tessa sucks at this game. Tessa sucks at this game.
You should have just stopped with, I don't know. And then it was like, awesome.
I don't know, but it's more fun if you do it that way, where they're just like, "Wait, are you doing fucking Blues Clues?" And you're like, "Yes, I am." My only other thing, I think I'm going to get myself one of those, like when you're 15 and you don't know what to get your mom for Christmas. So like you're just walking through a store and you're like, "Oh, look, it's like a foot bath, foot massager. I'm sure she'll like that." Like, I'm pretty sure I got my mom that 3 years in a row at one point. I think I'm actually going to get myself one of those.
They got a new version, Mom. You're going to love this one. It makes the wax even waxier.
I don't think I ever realized until like after I bought it. They're like, "Oh, wait.
This one has lights on the inside."
But I think I'm going to get one for 2 reasons. One, like.
She just has like 15 foot baths.
Oh, yeah.
I imagine your brother also gets her that. Wait, I don't know, because it plugs in so the government can track it.
We would go in on it together. We're horrible sons.
Your brother would be like, well, we can't get something that plugs in. The government can track us down.
Probably. But yeah, remember how I said I was excited to.
Can we pay for it in gold?
He doesn't have gold.
You never know. The Federal Reserve. But I don't trust it.
Yeah, I was excited to get new shoes that weren't steel toes, so like I could get rid of these calluses on the side of my big toes. I'm starting to think they might be permanent at this point because they're not going away. So I kind of want to get a foot bath to like start softening up my feet there, and maybe they'll go away. And nice. When I get home from work, I kick off my shoes and socks, and then I sit down right here, and this might have something to do with what I'll get into later, but my feet fucking stink. So I think I need to start putting them in a foot bath when I get home. Or like I got to get some odor eaters in my goddamn shoes.
Yeah, you probably should. You know what?
Or you could talk to the people over at Little M shop and maybe get some odor eaters for their shoes, but like the Little M scents. Because I thought about
code PTG69 for 10% off your order.
I thought about it yesterday. I was like, man, what if I just threw like one of those in the bottom of my shoe? And I was like, well, one, I'd be stepping on it all day and that would be annoying. And two, it's not my shoes that stink. It's just my feet. But
the smell would like combat it a little bit.
Yeah. No, I was talking about like it, but like I'm saying, my shoes don't actually stink. It's just when I get my socks off, my feet fucking smell. What can I say? I'm a guy.
Wash them. Yeah. Feet guys doing that just happens, man. Sorry, babe. I'm a guy.
Remember Vicky Valancourt said it. Men are supposed to have stinky feet. Yeah. So if your feet aren't stinky, you guys are doing something wrong.
What did you do wrong this time, guys?
I'm reclaiming my stinky feet.
All right. Solid.
Yeah, that's all I got.
Rob, what about you, buddy? Yep. Your microphone. I don't know if your mic went out again. What?
Early, not cool.
Oh, dude, this is is it the second week in a row?
Man, maybe Robert.
And again, while he's doing that, I'd like to apologize for my microphone volume. Robert actually tried to help out last week during the podcast, but I didn't even see my text messages that he had been sending during the show. So that was on me. I heard Josh Tree was saying that like everybody just kept like jumping in the shop when Pat would talk because Pat was the loudest one. Can you? I think we can hear you now.
Yeah,
I win.
Yeah, okay, we got you now.
I'm just having trouble with this mic arm that like won't stay in place.
That is very annoying, isn't it?
Yeah, I was just gonna say that it's been really like tough last 24 hours for me, and I haven't had too much like time to think of opening thoughts. Other than like I just been sad. About
the Astros.
Yeah,
I feel you, bro. I feel you. Now, not to like poke or pour salt to the wound because like the Astros had a much better season than the Yankees. I'm not taking anything away from that, but like as I saw everybody like it was sad last night, I thought to myself, I was like, because my team, like my football team, is already bad. You guys get that. Actually, West Ham and Sam Houston are doing okay, but I was like, the Yankees, like I was very upset that the Yankees didn't do it. But then last night, I convinced myself, I was like, it's better that we lost when we lost because I only had to have like my emotions in the postseason tied to one wild card game that they lost, and not an entire other series, and then an entire other series, and then an entire other series, and then lose. So I was like, yeah, you're right. It was better for the Yankees and the Astros. I was like, no, it wasn't. Going to the ALCS, winning that is way better than being knocked out in the wild card round. But I was just like, my emotions probably could not have handled the Giants and the Yankees letting me down again on like back-to-back nights like that. But yes, I feel for the Astros fans. That sucks.
Robert, at least we can take this away from it. That Zach Greinke has more hits in the World Series in the past decade than the New York Yankees. So,
and as many titles.
Yeah.
So weird stat to bring up, but okay.
I just like shitting on the Yankees.
Also, I think that like the roof should never be allowed to be open again.
I'm fine with it being open.
So 1-6 in the postseason, the last like 7 games with it. So maybe get rid of it.
All right, yeah.
Just steal that bad boy. Steal that bad boy.
Yeah, close it. I'm over it now.
Bring back Towels Hill. Towels Hill should be a thing that like go like it like it just is a random thing. Like it randomly shows up. Like some games you get it. Sometimes you get it for all 3 games in a series. Sometimes you only get it for 1. Sometimes you get it for 2.
Do you bring back the hill?
Just raise up.
Do you bring back the hill and the pole that's in play?
Oh, absolutely. Yes. I think we add another pole. Like it's more of an obstacle.
I'd rather have a double hill. Like there's a hill, and then at the top of the hill, it's a steeper hill.
Yeah.
Or maybe we just put the hill in like left center, like randomly.
It just pops up. Like, it's like, you know what? You can move holes like in golf.
Mound.
Like you can just add a thing that's just randomly like, oh, wow, they put it in right center. Oh, what's in left field today?
No, I actually don't want any of that back. I just want them to win the World Series.
Just another thing with like remember when
I just want Correa.
He's gone. See you later, dude.
I know he's gone. I've mentally prepared it. But God damn it. You know what I want? I want all of our fucking hitters to show up. That's what I want. Now I'm just getting in a bad mood.
Just weird, like baseball thing. Like I was bitching about, like it's frustrating watching those games at Fenway Park where it's like, God damn it, another ground rule double. Like stop. Just like quit. Why would you have a 1-foot fence out in the outfield? It makes no sense. The like Minute Maid Park right outside the Crawford boxes. Like it just fucking sucks if you're an outfielder and you're just watching a ball go that way and it's not a home run. It's just like, well, now I just gotta wait for it to bounce off the wall and just bounce down to me. This fucking sucks. Like at a certain point, you're just kind of like, okay, well, hopefully it gives me a good bounce. There's so many weird dimensions in baseball, which is like, it makes baseball cool, but it's just like, sometimes you're like, this fucking sucks. Like that's very frustrating. Although the Astros should know how to play it better than anybody, but still.
I'll add on, just to close up baseball talk for now anyway. Alex, do you know Chris Gittens? He got called up by the Yankees towards the end of the year. First at bat, he hit a bomb.
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
The new guy that we hired in the kitchen, apparently that's his fucking cousin.
Oh, shit.
So maybe when they come in town next year. Oh, I was going to say maybe we could just get some sick ass tickets, but
that'd be tight too. But then we also get him on the pod. And then
but that wouldn't go well because like he would come on. I'd be like, hey, just start off. Fuck you.
You wouldn't. You would have to be a journalist there, Pat.
No. I think if Big Cat can tell Aaron Rodgers to go fuck himself, I think the guy would respect me saying that.
We're not that big, so no.
I mean, who's to say by this time next year?
Maybe if we are, then yes, you can do that. But if not, I would not recommend.
Well, I don't need your fucking permission.
Well, fine. Just don't do that. I would not recommend it.
I would.
All right. That's the Precome segment, which leads us to our Comeback Kid segment, where we tell you guys what's back in the news this week. It's brought to you this week by our friends at Southern Star Brewing Company, the best beer in the world. I haven't even opened a Southern Star yet. What was I thinking?
What an idiot.
I don't even know.
What a loser.
Got swept up in the conversation, guys. But yeah, Southern Star Brewing Company. I'm opening up my favorite beer of theirs, the Strawberry Bombshell Blonde. But there's not a bad one. There's a bunch of you like IPAs. They got some of the last Oktoberfest that they got. They got those still hanging around. The Sunday brunches, those are awesome as well. And there's a little bit of something for everybody. The Bombshell Pills right now is very difficult to find, but if you find some, snag it because you're going to love it. I think they got some Sigurd still out there. There is something for everybody at Southern Star Brewing Company. You can also go visit the brewery, 3525 North Fraser Street up in Conroe. Happy birthday to Keith. It's actually Keith's birthday today.
Happy birthday, Keith.
Happy birthday to our buddy Keith Amador, former Darling Like a Marlin award winner, I believe. So shout out to him. And I think he was man of the year once too at the Gravies. He's quite decorated at the Gravies Awards. But happy birthday to Keith up at Southern Star. And yeah, everything going down at Southern Star is the tits, guys. It's the tits. And we're gonna be up there December 18th, Saturday, December 18th. It'll be the 8th annual Pass the Gravy Christmas Spooktacular. We're going to have some live music before and after the show. We're going to have Santa after the show, so you can bring the kids. Santa! He will be there. Santa's going to be there. There's going to be all the best beer in the world. And Little M Shop's going to be out there, so you can get some of the best Little M products in the world. And then we're going to do the live pod. We're going to have the Christmas movie bracket, all kinds of fun stuff. We hope to see you guys out there. Saturday, December 18th. It'll also be the Gravies Awards. So Man of the Year, Woman of the Year, Darling Like a Marlin Award, MVP. We're going to have all kinds of awesome stuff going down at the Gravies, and hopefully you'll be there. Saturday, December 18th, 3525 North Fraser Street up in Conroe. Southern Star Brewing Company, guys, the best beer on the planet, the official beer sponsor of Pass the Gravy podcast and the Comeback Kid segment.
It's the Comeback Kid. The Comeback Kid of the week. The Comeback Kid of the week. Bitch.
All right. This week's first Comeback Kid is elections, because we take pride in telling you guys to get out there and vote. I tweet it usually at least every other week, if not every week, telling you guys, hey, remember to get out and vote today. I vote every single day that I can, just because I think it's important to exercise my right. And Tuesday was actually election day. It's really funny though when I do tweet on just like a random like Wednesday, get out there and vote, and people are like, what, for what? Like, if you don't know, educate yourself. And then they're just like, what the fuck? Okay. But yeah, so it actually was election day. I don't really have anything to say about the elections, but
on Thursdays we vote for throwback songs. That's what we do every day. Just find something to vote for.
Yeah. So on election day, I hope you got out there and electioned. So yeah, we take pride in telling you to vote. So we're making sure you voted now on the podcast. That's why we're telling you about election day.
This is just a fun story. I'm going to leave all party sides out because it's not important to the story. But in New Jersey,
Bull Moose party.
There's a truck driver who only spent $153 total on his campaign. It's on the verge of upsetting the longest serving state senator.
It's pretty wild.
In all of New Jersey, which I think is awesome, because anybody that makes a career out of politics is obviously a fucking crook. So they should be knocked off.
Scumbag.
And just a New Jersey truck driver, you know that guy is going to be awesome in politics.
And he's probably a Giants fan, so
because there's no way that guy's going to have any problem with being like, well, we should add this onto the bill. And why? Go fuck yourself. No, that has nothing to do with the bill. I think all politicians should be former truck drivers. I think you need to be on the roads of America to know America.
I like the way you think.
Yeah, like if you get elected, and all that time before you actually get sworn in, you have to drive a truck.
Or work retail. Also.
You got to pull doubles. Drive a truck at night, during the day you work retail.
That's fair. Yeah, until you get sworn in. Absolutely. I like that idea.
Yeah.
Look, you got to just fixing the country. Fixing the country, guys. Also back this week is No Nut November. You guys excited for No Nut November, where I think you're not supposed to jerk off. I don't know. Are you allowed to have sex, or are you allowed to just not like come at all?
I thought it was like nonstop. It was like nonstop Nut November.
There's like no nut left November.
No nut left behind.
Hey, Wheezy.
I don't know. I've been tired the last couple of days. Maybe have I not? I don't know. I honestly can't remember. It's been 3 days. My memory doesn't last that long.
This is also No Shave November, right?
Right.
No. Yeah, I'm definitely done. Already.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, I'm not doing no shave. Fuck that. I'm
No Shave November.
Now that the Astros are eliminated, and I'm not scared to cut my hair out of superstition, the mullet will be happening very soon, and I'll probably have that
shaving,
for about a week.
Though
it's shaving my head.
It's a haircut.
It's shaving my head, the sides of my head, and then
that'll probably your face.
But yeah, I'm still gonna shave. Fuck that.
I don't consider it shaving if you're just trimming.
Well, people isn't it Movember for like men's?
I don't know. There's a million different things.
I already have facial hair. I don't need to grow more of it. And I'm not gonna shave my beard and just have a mustache.
In November, but I might after November.
Well,
maybe that'll be the farewell.
I think isn't it supposed to be mustaches or whatever? But here's the thing: I'm fat. I need the beard to cover up the double chin, so it's not going away. I've had it since I was 19. It's not going anywhere.
There is that.
Quit fat shaming me into men's health. I'll check my own prostate. Thank you very much, doctor.
I'm fine.
I can reach it myself.
But yeah, T's and P's to all you guys out there that are No Nut November, and
that sounds stupid to me. It's bad for your health.
Yeah, I definitely broke the rule if that was if I was trying to abide by it. So fuck that. I'm not doing No Nut November, but
also
maybe
we found out Robert's
maybe
a
I won't
fucking
eat
freak.
like almonds for November.
Robert's like, yeah, no, it's nonstop nut November. Robert's been nutting underneath the table this whole podcast.
Yeah, you guys can't see my hands.
I think we should do our own real, like this is the real No Nut November. Right now, all three of us have to go around and decide one specific nut that we will not eat for the entire month of November. I will choose cashews.
Oh, what?
No, we're not eating cashews. Let's all, okay, macadamia and cashews for
the fucked up thing is now randomly at one point during this month, I'm going to be sitting there eating a macadamia cookie and I'm going to be like, oh, God damn it.
But you have to, it's like the Seinfeld thing. You have to admit if you eat a macadamia nut.
Okay. I almost said pistachios, but I was like, there's a chance.
Pistachios are like, yeah, pistachios are good.
Macadamias are fucking great.
And cashews, I don't think are bad. I just can't tell you the last time I had a cashew.
This is like when I would give up Cheetos for fucking Lent every year. Like, I don't really eat that many Cheetos anyway. So,
yeah, right. So
I'm gonna give up something that I already don't do.
Skateboarding.
You know what, guys?
You're not a skate. Exactly.
I'm gonna give up jogging.
Done. All right. Well, now we're all participating in No Nut November. So, Gravy Gang, please join us in not eating cashews or macadamia nuts for this month as a bond that will make us all stronger. I don't know what the point of No Nut November is either. Like Sober October, it's okay. Yeah, I'm trying to get out some of the booze from my system, but like, does it make you better if you don't jerk off?
No, man.
Can you not have like if you can't have sex either? Like, does it make you better to just not?
That's what it is. We're just reclaiming our time from the ladies to spend on the bros. Like them just trying to steal our seed all the time. We're so irresistible.
That's probably it. You're right.
Like, no, ladies, you're being predatory. Leave us alone.
We're not just pieces of meat. We're nuts.
November's for the boys. You ain't nothing next to your buddy.
Exactly. All right. We got to move on because this is going to get weird. Next comeback kid is Aaron Rodgers. T's and P's to Pat. Aaron Rodgers has the Rona.
This is going to be such a good game this weekend. Here's the fucked up thing. Nobody cares about my fantasy team. I already picked up Taysom Hill to replace him. But now I am considering just taking Jordan Love anyway and being like, well, he's going to be a Hall of Famer. That's just what the Packers do. We replace Hall of Famers with Hall of Famers. This is where he gets to show out, especially because the Chiefs defense sucks. But also, I don't know if he's ready to play yet. And this just feels like a random game where the Chiefs finally show up. I don't like any of this. I hope Halloween was worth it. We also found out he's unvaccinated. But apparently he tried to petition the NFL. He had some alternate treatment and he tried to petition that they allow that to count as vaccination. So like if you're not vaccinated and you get it, it's a mandatory 10 days you're out, not just passing 2 tests. And
in honor of Aaron, I did the man bun for you today. I'm gonna rock the man bun in honor of Aaron Rodgers, just for you, buddy.
God, turn your head to the side. I want to see it.
Got the man bun. It's pretty sick. It looks pretty great, huh?
So gross. You look like you do yoga and eat granola.
Namaste. Namaste.
Yeah, so he's out of mandatory 10 days, which either is up next Saturday or Sunday, depending on when they count the days. So he'll be able to play next week, but I guess he can't be around the team until game day.
So he probably shouldn't go on game day at that point.
I think he'll still be fine. It's Aaron Rodgers. He knows the offense. They all still know what plays to run.
Maybe.
But this is just more practice time for Jordan Love. So our future and for now our present.
I was definitely going to take the Packers in our PTG Picks segment, and now I'm not.
Hey, you know what they say?
So I'm upset.
Love finds a way.
That's what they do say. They do say that.
Yeah.
They do say that.
So, yeah.
But Aaron Rodgers.
I'm not terrified at all.
John Wick was worth it.
I'm not terrified that he's going to look absolutely awful out there, and we're going to realize that we pushed Aaron Rodgers away for not the guy.
But maybe he does. Maybe he does. You got to root for the guy your team's got.
No, I'm fully on.
Maybe you'll get a Daniel Jones out of it.
No, we're gonna get a great player out of it.
Daniel Jones too is a great player.
Sorry.
And
Daniel's a great player. We're getting a Hall of Famer out of it. That's what the Packers do. We reload with Hall of Famers.
So Daniel Jones, who will be a Hall of Famer one day. He'll be a Hall of Famer.
He's gonna be really good. He'll be in the Hall of really good.
The Chiefs,
the Hall of Fame.
The Chiefs should have lost to the Giants, and the Packers are better than the Giants, so the Packers should beat the Chiefs still.
Yeah, like we're still going to be able to run it down their throat, and Devontae Adams is still going to get wide open. It just is the chemistry there with Love. That's what we got to find out. It's going to be a lot of running
on Sunday
and play actions. That's what it's going to be. I'm going to get very drunk for that game, and we're going to win, and it's going to be awesome. Packers are 6.5 point dogs right now?
7 is what I saw.
I might end up switching one of my picks because the more I think about it, I'm getting more confident because we're the shit. When the Packers are dogs, they win.
Well, that'll be interesting to see, but okay. So Aaron Rodgers, comeback kid. Another comeback kid is college football playoff rankings because they had the first ones of the year come out yesterday. And I absolutely love what college football has figured out how to do here. And it used to be like Sunday, they would put the rankings out and you just be like, okay, cool. Like, this is who is this, like, this is what happened yesterday. This is the rankings now. And now they get to a point in the season where they're like, we're going to have a TV show on Tuesday and we're going to just tell you what the rankings are. So then everybody can be like, what the fuck? Why is Cincinnati 6? And it's like, dude, they still have to play weeks. There's weeks to go.
Yeah, but they set it up. Last week they were ranked second in the nation, which I don't know who does those rankings. But these rankings are official. These are official. And what they did was they made it absolutely impossible for Cincinnati to get in, because if they got in, that's less money for the Power Five who actually put the playoff together. So it's just their own private party. They left Houston, who's 7-1 unranked, and another team, UTSA who's undefeated, unranked. So the teams that Cincinnati will have to play, and if they beat them, aren't actually quality wins though, because they're not ranked. And the teams that Alabama has to play, A&M and Mississippi State A&M already beat them, but they're ranked higher than they should be. Mississippi State's so like they're setting it up for no matter what quality wins. And Cincinnati, you can't make it because if you do, that's less money for us. It's bullshit.
It's funny that like that's like the argument now is just like they made it just so you have the debate, and it's a really smart idea for
give us 8 teams
in the college football playoff. Like they should do 8. I agree. But
because then nobody can play. If you're 9th, too bad. You're 9th.
Yeah, you've definitely had like a loss or so at 9th. But like there's other teams, like I think Wake Forest is undefeated. What if Wake Forest goes undefeated?
No, the ACC, if Clemson is bad, is just
that's
awful
one
conference.
of the big ones.
Yeah, but the other ones are bigger. ACC is the stepchild.
Would it be possible to have, like, so hypothetically, you could have, say Georgia goes undefeated. No, say Georgia loses to Alabama. You could have Georgia, Alabama, Ohio State, and Oregon in the top 4, and you could leave like an ACC undefeated team out.
Well, right now
you would have all one-loss teams.
Who's the 4th team right now? Who's ranked 4?
Michigan State.
So yeah, in order for Ohio
State plays them. So yeah, but if Ohio State beats Michigan State, wins out, Ohio State still has the 1 loss. Say Oklahoma slips up, loses. They're out. Georgia loses in the SEC championship game to Alabama. They both probably still get in at that point. So it's 2 one-loss teams. Ohio State's a 1-loss team. Oregon wins the Pac-12, but they beat Ohio State. So you sort of have to keep Oregon in. So that's 4 one-loss teams that would hypothetically get in over Cincinnati, who could be undefeated, and Wake Forest, who could be undefeated. That'd be kind of chaos. That's absolutely what I'm rooting for.
I mean, I'm rooting for Cincinnati to get in. just because it'd be funny. Like
it
Cincinnati
won't be.
gets the 4 seed, Georgia gets the 1 seed, Georgia beats them by 65.
What's weird about the college football playoff is like we used to have the BCS where it was only the top 2, and then we were like, well, we should have to see them have some competition to play on for it, and we did, and like every year, most of the time, it's like a blowout every single time in the semifinal games.
People kept getting mad like Notre Dame doesn't belong here. I will say the last time that they were in and Clemson beat them, I think it was 31-3. It was closer than the national championship game that Clemson won that year. So just for everyone that shit on Notre Dame for that, just think about that.
Right, but Notre Dame really doesn't play well whenever they're in there.
Because we don't have an elite quarterback. We never have that. You have to have an elite quarterback to win in the playoffs. And Notre Dame can put together really good teams everywhere else around the ball, but we never have like a Justin Fields or anything like that. Like you either have to have the elite guy or you have to have Georgia's defense. And not that Stetson Bennett isn't really good, which by the way is the greatest SEC quarterback name of all time. Stetson Bennett, the 4th.
He's named after a hat and then like just royalty, I feel like.
Yeah. But
Sam Bennett.
I don't think anybody projects him to really be anything special at the next level. But also Georgia's defense right now might be the greatest defense in the history of college football, like up there with fucking the early 2000 Miami teams. Like Georgia's defense is
they can finish. Good. Yeah, they can finish undefeated. Like I would give you that, but they got to be Alabama first. Yeah, so college football is back. College football playoff rankings are back just because like it's funny to me that every single time every Tuesday they're going to do the same show, and it's like if the same teams win out, like that's how it is. Like we know how they're going to be ranked anyways, and like just props to ESPN for finding a way to turn that into like an hour-long show every single week. So. College football playoff rankings, they're back. I'll talk to you all about the college football playoff rankings like the last 2 weeks of the season when they really matter. After college football playoffs, Elon Musk is our next comeback kid because old Muskie over there, he gave the ultimate check and mate to what I wrote it, the UN's World Food Program director, who was saying that like global warming and child hunger could all be solved with the top 2% of the wealthiest people in the world's money. And
no, I think he said like 2% of Elon Musk's money.
It was like $6 billion is basically what it was, which is a lot of money, not to Elon Musk. But he obviously said this like not thinking Elon Musk was going to ever hear it or anything like that or respond. And Elon was like, yo, on this Twitter thread right now, walk everybody through what we're going to do with this money, and I will sell Tesla stock right now, and I will give you the $6 billion to do this. I'm all for ending hunger. I'm all for ending global warming. Just I would like to have in detail for everybody else to see, so there's transparency. I would just want to see this. And they're like, well, why don't we meet about it? And they kept going back and forth and just dodging the question. It was just like, oh, you mean like maybe just telling a bunch of rich people that they have to give a bunch of money to people to fix it, won't fix it. Like maybe it wouldn't have really fixed it. Like we don't know where it would go. And you don't want to tell us where it's going to go, or you're just going to get a car or something like shit's going to happen like that. Like it's a little corrupt, maybe.
Yeah. Maybe most of that's going to end up with you because any governing body of anything is corrupt as fuck always. And if you just say, give me $6 billion, like 4% of it will go to research. And that's it. It'll go to research. Not we have a plan to end this. Just we're going to look into it. Or the other 98% go, well, we got to pay all the people that are working on this.
And then awareness money is another one where it's like we're making people aware of world hunger. And it's like, I think people know that people are hungry.
Yeah.
Why don't we just let that lady on my Facebook send them candy?
You know what they should do? This would probably actually
that'll fix it.
Give Jeff Bezos tax exempt status for the rest of his life. Now, this will piss off a lot of people because he's rich. Hold on. Tell him if he fixes world hunger, never has to pay taxes again, and we get to use all of his Amazon drones to distribute food all across Africa. Within 18 months, there would be drone drop deliveries of food to the poorest areas of Africa consistently and on schedule. Africa would not be hungry within 18 months if they told Jeff Bezos, dude, you never have to pay taxes again if you help us fix this. He'd be like, yeah, I've had this plan for 4 years, but nobody asked me. Maybe pay the people that have the most successful companies and ask them how they do it towards this specific problem. Like, think of ending world hunger as a company. What would you do? And they're like, oh, well, drones.
Drones, that's what it is. Although I'm a little bit against robots still, and drones can.
No. I don't want the robots. I just want the flying drones with the person controlling it, dropping off food.
All right, I'll allow that. But it's just funny to see like a billionaire like clap back and was like, no, just give me 100% of the facts so we can all see it. And yeah, give that money right now. And they're like, well, no,
He doesn't give a shit.
Okay, like, yeah, you can say what you want about it, but like, he's entertaining.
He doesn't give a fuck.
For
He's
sure.
unapologetic about how rich he is. He's like, yeah.
And he doesn't have to give anybody his money. It's his money. He doesn't have to. We're not going to get too much into it. I just have always thought it was weird that like, well, you have this much, nobody should have this much money. It's like, except if you earned it, but okay.
I don't know if me and him would get along, but I'd like to get drunk with that guy.
At least high.
Like we don't have to, or we don't even have to talk about anything.
I feel like he'd be a fun high guy to talk to.
Like, because I wouldn't pick his mind and be like, what do you think about this? How do I get my business started? Blah, blah,
I would just be like, space, what's up with it, dude? And
yeah.
He'd be like, well, the galaxy is infinite.
I'd get shit-faced with him and I'd be like, so Tits University, are we actually going to do this? Yeah. You saw that one, right?
Oh, I did.
God. For people that don't know, he said he was going to start a school called Texas Institute of Technology Services or something. And all politicians fell for it. I think Shapiro fell for it. Nobody got that the acronym was TITS. What was it? Greg Abbott was excited. Ben Shapiro said, of course, he's not starting it in California. And the mayor of Miami was like, you should build it in Miami. And like, you're all stupid. He said tits. That's what I love about him too. He's an internet troll.
Right.
He just seems like a good dude.
Elon and Lil Nas X should team up. And I think they could just take over the world via the internet.
Ooh, that's a ticket I could vote for.
I would vote for both of them easily. Next comeback kid. And this is one that literally just like came up to me. My brother texted me this.
Yeah, I don't like this headline.
It is JFK. JFK is a comeback kid this week.
Oh, I read the wrong headline. Never mind.
Because this tweet my brother sent me says hundreds pack Dealey Plaza in Dallas in anticipation of the return of JFK Jr. Conspiracy theorists in crowd tell me he's expected to announce that he's running for office alongside Donald Trump. ETA just before 12:30 p.m. Well, it still hasn't happened, but
QAnon can't
is it
let that
Quanon?
go.
It's a Quanon group.
It's QAnon, I think.
So call it Quanon. It gets people mad. People get mad about
it. Yeah, it's their favorite conspiracy that JFK never died and he's going to come back and help save the country. Sorry, JFK Jr. JFK Jr.
But like you're standing there thinking that he's just going to appear like he's Jesus.
No, like he's been alive the whole time. He's just been underground.
Gonna parachute in.
I've still never heard.
When my dad died, yeah, like that's a great spot to come back, and he's gonna land on the X.
I still have never heard their reasoning for why they think he's alive and why he faked his own death.
I thought this was JFK,
but also here's something.
And I was like, "There's JFK literally Jr. a video of him getting shot in the head."
No, it's JFK Jr., the one that died in the plane crash.
No, that makes more sense.
Here's what people don't realize: if he were to just suddenly reappear, the U.S. government would be like, hey, fuckhead, you owe us so much money in taxes. You owe us 40 or 30 years of taxes.
Like, even if like Amelia Earhart just came back today and it was like, me and Hill Dog are running for president and vice president, I think they'd be like, Mrs. Earhart, we have some questions. Like, where the fuck have you been? Like, you can't just appear out of nowhere and then just be like, all right, let's go back to life as normal.
JFK Jr.
try to like hold office.
He's going to show up and be like, I had to disappear because I had information that was going to lead to the arrest of Hillary Clinton.
If Tupac and Elvis just showed up, I don't think they could run for office without having to like answer some serious questions from like authorities. Being like, okay, so we thought you were dead. Explain
QAnon is just the dumbest fucking group ever.
Quanon.
I saw somebody, it was like, it's fun when they all get together because you know that it's a group of the dumbest people on the planet. Like, I don't know if you saw it. People were wearing shirts that already said like Trump, Kennedy, 2024. Like, it's one of my favorite and also
weird that
conspiracy
we
theories
sold Kennedy shirts first, and I feel like they're kind of trying to steal our thing.
Yeah.
In a place that I would consider like it's for mourning.
Yeah, but also like
a very horrible city murdered our president. They're now marching on someone's death place.
If he was going to come back, why would he choose to do it at the place his father was shot and fucking killed?
That's what I don't get. That's why I thought it was JFK, and then you pointed out it did say Junior on it. So
yeah,
I just like, what the fuck? What the fuck, man?
Yeah.
Hey, no, he's this dead guy came back. Although, like, if Jesus came back, I'd probably vote. Like, wouldn't you vote for Jesus if he ran for president? I think he'd get a lot of votes.
I
think he'd also be asked questions, right? He'd also be asked questions, and he's not an American citizen.
Yeah, I would need to know his policies, though, man. I think anybody that blindly votes is stupid.
I'm just saying on the name. Like, Christ looks pretty good. Honestly, if anybody had the last name Christ, or if you want to win an election, just change your last name to Christ, and I feel like you probably get some solid votes just based on name alone.
His father was a Democrat. Was JFK Jr. even a Republican? Like, why would these people think that
Trump was a Democrat until he ran for office?
Yeah, but like, why would they just assume that JFK Jr.
But dude, none of it makes sense. I don't think any of it needs to make sense because it's not going to happen.
No, he's dead. He died in a fucking plane crash.
If this show tells you something is not going to happen, it's not going to happen. All right. We're pretty open-minded about most shit. Like moving sidewalks. Although a lot of people were backing my idea about moving sidewalks last week to go back to that. But fucking JFK Jr. He's back. JFK, the Kennedys, they're back in the news. So that's a comeback kid. We don't need to talk too much about that else. But the last comeback kid I have is Piranhas, because they're back. They fucked up this dude in Brazil. He was out hanging out with the boys by a lake. He was, just hanging out, enjoying the Brazilian. I don't know if it's the summer there because they're below the equator and shit. Whatever season it is in Brazil, they're on the lakeside, and homie got attacked by some bees. So he does the thing I feel like most of us would do, where it's like, all right, well, I see a large body of water. Bees can't swim. I'm going to jump into this large body of water. Then he gets eaten to death by piranhas. So, could you say that anyone is having a worse day than him?
He jumped in because he was trying to escape bees, which
that's exactly what I said.
I get it. I didn't even hear you say the bees part. I thought you said he just saw water and wanted to jump in.
No, he was being attacked by bees. So he did the thing that I said most of us would do, where you see a large body of water and you're like, bees can't swim. I did that whole bit.
His friends jumped in too, and they were fine.
Yeah, I think they jumped in because he was being attacked by a bunch of bees.
I heard there might have been bees involved.
They were trying to escape the bees. They were just going for a dip. But talk about oh no, that's Final Destination shit where you're just like, I'm getting eaten alive by bees. They're ripping our flesh off. Okay, just jump in the water. Oh no, there's piranhas. They're eating me. That is awful. Would you rather die being stung to death by bees or getting eaten alive by piranhas? Because there's it seems like piranhas would be the one to say you don't want, and bees you'd swell up. It'd be miserable getting stung to death by bees. You'd suffocate.
You're gonna suffocate if you're getting eaten alive by piranhas too, because that means you're underwater and you're drowning.
Maybe they get your neck.
Is the worst way to die.
Maybe they get your neck though, and then it's just over anyways. It's fast. I feel like a bee, the death by bees is way more excruciating and longer and drawn out.
Yeah, I mean, they said they don't know if the fish got him before or after he drowned, but yeah, that sucks. I'm assuming he fell in or jumped in, realized he couldn't swim, drowned, and as he was just kind of floating around, the fish ate him.
Ah, man, I hope that's how it went for him. because that would be the worst if like your escape then just turns into like an attack by piranhas. Like it's like
Said he was
you
30. He was our
fuck.
age. Like, can you imagine if tomorrow someone was like, dude, you hear it? What? Pat got eaten by piranhas.
Right. No, that's like we like on the Rod Ryan show, we always joke about like quicksand, sinkholes. Like we thought those were gonna be way bigger problems as kids. Like we're like, when I get older, like I'm gonna have to worry about quicksand and sinkholes all the time. In prison, we're always very worried about prison. Like I wouldn't last a second in prison. Neither Rod always says that too. And like piranhas were always kind of also on my list where you just like, I really hope piranhas. And then what was I remember in school we learned about it. There's some like thing in like the Amazon River that'll
like, swim up your dick hole.
It swims up your dick and like you can't get it out because it's spiked. And like if you try and pull it out, it just rips you apart. So that piranhas, sinkholes, quicksand, and prison. I thought like just avoid those and you're gonna have a solid life, dude. Which honestly,
I don't think
done pretty well so far.
I don't think kids these days have to worry about that shit because they learn about sinkholes and they go, dude, that's fucking crazy. Or they learn about quicksand and then they Google it. We couldn't do that as kids. Like we had Google, but it wasn't like anybody.
We understand,
show up on Google.
Yeah.
So, and the internet was slow. Like we had to go home, dial up internet, get on,
and then the page would like load like blip 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 blip. You read like line by line as it's loading, and you're like, yes. Nope, it stopped. It stopped. It stopped. Damn it, mom! Hang up the phone because then you get kicked
now.
Off
You tell
line.
a kid like, careful, you're going to fall into quicksand, and before you can finish the sentence, they're like, actually, quicksand isn't even in this part of the country, so it's not something you have to worry about. I just read it on my phone.
People can bring it from other places, so I don't know, man.
Dude, remember downloading
can you just buy, like,
pictures?
You can buy sand at you can buy sand at like Home Depot. Like, could you just like bag up quicksand?
I don't think so. I think it's more about like the earth than the sand itself. But you
crazy though.
When you said the page you should download, do you remember like downloading like naked pictures and shit and having to wait for them to fucking load like that on the computer?
You're like right at right at the boobs. Nope, now it's frozen.
And you're on like the now we got boobs in the middle of the night, and you're just sitting there like, God, nobody wake up, nobody wake up, nobody wake up, nobody wake up.
Yeah, you check every 5 seconds if the sound is off,
and then you have to fucking no, mom, I have no idea why we've got computer viruses. It's not.
It's probably LimeWire.
Yeah, and then they're like, "Well, stop downloading music." And you're like, "It's definitely not that. It's definitely it's not the music."
I checked. I didn't buy it, but I checked the virus detector thing, the McAfee, whatever it was called. I ran that. It seemed like everything was fine.
Yeah, mom, the guy fucks whales. He knows how to protect our computer.
This guy gets it.
Man, the 90s.
I feel like we really aged ourselves on that conversation because Robert's like, I've never
2000s.
had that ever in my life. I've always had lightning quick internet.
Yeah, Robert was 6 when we're the time we're talking about.
Yeah, probably.
Dude, the early 2000s might have been the last really great time to just.
I remember watching like before I had NFL ticket. Like I would watch Giants games through like the NFL.com website, and it was like dial up, and it would be like Giants game. Like if they weren't on TV, like I would just watch where they had the little football, and it would update like every 2 minutes, maybe. Right. And it was like, so, okay, no. And then sometimes they wouldn't do it, and it would like, okay, well now it's been 15 minutes, it's halftime, and like 17 points have been scored that I just didn't see. Like, okay. But I would just sit there on Sunday and like refresh, and then wait for it to load and see where the ball was. Sometimes it didn't move, but it was crazy. Crazy time to be alive. The internet, how about that? But piranhas, that's how we got to that. Piranhas are back. And would you rather die via piranha though, or bees? Answer the question, please.
I'm gonna say bees because drowning, they say, is the worst way to die.
Yeah,
not by piranhas. You wouldn't drown by piranhas. You'd just be eaten to death by piranhas.
Okay, eaten alive. And like, yeah, I'm allergic to bees, so I'm going to probably swell up and die quicker.
You're such a Thomas J, dude. My girl reference. You wouldn't get it.
Oh, yeah. No, you'll come to my funeral and ask, where's my glasses?
Where is glasses?
I want to like recut that. And she's like, he can't see what that's. And just have one drunk uncle in the back. Like, I need to see he's fucking dead. Oh, you know who would do it? Tim Dillon. Have Tim Dillon just cut into that scene like, he's dead, you stupid bitch.
Very mean. That was her friend, and she was young, and she was trying to process all of that. Okay.
Yeah, well, sometimes you gotta rip the Band-Aid off.
Not at that age. All right, that's our Comeback Kid segment. Shout out to Southern Star Brewing Company, and don't forget to mark your calendars for Saturday, December 18th, out at Southern Star for the 8th annual Pass the Gravy Christmas Spooktacular. Let's move on to the PTG Picks segment, where Pat and I give you our gambling picks for this NFL Sunday or just NFL weekend in general. This is brought to you this week by Little M Shop, littleemshop.com. A little bit of this, a little bit of that. If you use our promo code PTG69, you're going to get 10% off your orders, and all of your orders over $10 or more, you're going to get free shipping on as well. They got the best air fresheners in the world. They're restocking too, so they're going to have plenty for you. They're great gifts. They're great stocking stuffers if we're looking ahead to Christmas, even though we are in gravy season. They have keychains, they have mirrors, they have awesome stickers, they have really, really, really comfortable shirts that say cool stuff like always late, don't talk to me, just okay, main character, millennial, pretty smart, tired, and weird. They're like those pocket tees, but instead of the pocket, it just has the little phrase right there. And they're super duper soft. They have awesome magnets. I've been telling you guys about the ones that say clean or dirty for your dishwasher, and you can get the ones that come with Velcro, so you can just Velcro it if you don't have something that's magnetic. But if you do have a magnetic dishwasher, then it'll like if you have dirty dishes in, that way you don't unload all the dirty dishes, or you don't have to open it because you know what they are. It's pretty awesome. And then there's some to-do checklists. So if you like we have one that we got, it has like when the last time we gave Wheezy her heartworm pills, it just tells you the date, and then you can check it off as you do it, and you update it each time. It's pretty awesome. And then for the ladies or the fellas, they have like the skincare routine checklist. You can jot down what you do every morning or every night, and then you cross it out as you go. And then it's the dry erase markers that you can use, so you can just rub it right off and then write it back each day. It's pretty awesome stuff. And go check them out, littleemshop.com, littleemshop.com. If you get anything from them, let them know you heard about them from Past the Great Podcast. Make sure to use that promo code PTG69 for 10% off your order. littleemshop.com. Give them a follow on Twitter at littleemtweets, and Instagram is at littleemshop, littleemshop.com. The best air fresheners and everything in the world, and the official sponsor of our Past the Gravy's PTG Picks segment this week. All right, Pat, last week, I feel like we've had a couple. Is it 3 weeks in a row? The boys have been winning because we've been you didn't start too hot. You turned things around though, and you're evening out your record. I went 3-0. You went 2-1, 5-1 total on the week.
3-1. I mean 3-0. Fuck you, Bengals. Fuck you,
Bengals. But what do I always tell you, Pat?
I don't care. You don't blow an 11-point lead to the Jets with their backup quarterback in.
But what do I always tell you?
No,
we don't take double. No. We don't give double-digit points in the NFL, and you gave double-digit points, and sometimes it comes back to bite you.
It's worked more times than it hasn't this year.
Well, did it? Yes, or did it last week? No, that's why we don't do it. 1 out of 2 times should have been 2 out of 2. That's why we don't do it.
You don't do it.
5-1 combined on the week. Again, I went 3-0. Pat went 2-1 on the year. I am 17-7. Pat is 11-12-1. Pat, why don't you start us off with your picks this week? Now, I will, again, I think I said it before, as I'm wearing my man bun in solidarity with Aaron Rodgers. That's another reason to go check out the video version of the podcast, Past Grade Podcast on YouTube. Go subscribe. Screenshot that you subscribe. Let us know you subscribe to the podcast. Robert works really hard to put this together every week. So go watch the video version, and then make sure also you at least hit play on the one. If you listen to it, then hit play on the video version. It gives us some, it gives us a little help. You know, we're spreading ourselves pretty thin where people can consume the content. So we want our numbers to get up on all of those. Just go click all this stuff and share us with a friend and subscribe.
Yeah, make sure you watch our videos
and all kinds of cool shit.
We're spreading ourselves.
Go check it out. But 17-7 for me on the season, 11-12-1. I did have the Packers. They were a pick 'em against the Chiefs. I was going to take them, and then obviously the Aaron Rodgers news came out, so I am not. Pat, what are you going to take for your PTG picks this week?
I know that the Texans are on a bye week, but I'm still taking them to lose. I think they're going to find a way to lose to the bye.
Not on a bye week.
But they're not. I just scrolled through. They weren't listed anywhere on the odds.
They are playing the Dolphins.
Oh, there they are. Yeah, no, shit. So that joke fell flat. I was scrolling through the odds and they weren't there. I guess they pulled them. Yeah, Alex really taught me a lesson about not taking double-digit favorites. So this week I'm taking Buffalo minus 14.5 over Jacksonville. Jacksonville sucks.
2 touchdowns. Okay.
It's more than 2 touchdowns. Jacksonville fucking sucks.
I know. I'm just saying.
Buffalo had a down week. Great. They're going to roar back with a vengeance. I actually considered dropping that one for the Packers, but I'm going to keep it. New England minus 3.5 over Carolina. I said this seemed like a rat to me. Alex said McCaffrey might be coming back. Looks like it's not coming back. The line's still at 3.5, so I'm taking that. Carolina sucks, and New England's actually starting to look good.
Okay.
They're getting their shit together. Now, here's where I'm conflicted. My last pick, I might change it out for the Packers. Fuck it, doing it. I was going to take Chargers. Every time I see LAC, I still think Clippers. I hate it. Not taking them, I'm going to take the Packers plus 7.5 against the Chiefs. I'm doing it. Love finds a way.
We're going to believe in Jordan Love. I like it. You're riding with your boy. You're riding with your boy.
The Chiefs can't cover. Chiefs never cover anymore.
They have struggled with that. They did not cover against the Giants, but that was, again, a double-digit point spread. So, again, don't lay double digits in the NFL, guys. My first pick this week is the team that fucked you over last week, the Bengals. They are 2.5-point favorites against the Browns, who are on the road. So Bengals are hosting them. I think that that last week was kind of a wake-up call, and I think they kind of figured it out. The Browns, good, not great, but I think the Bengals have a lot to play for this week, and they're gonna kind of have a nice little bounce back game. Jamar Chase, I think, is gonna have some solid yardage on that one, and I really feel like Burrow's gonna go off in this, and then you got the running game going. I think they'll be fine. They'll be okay. They'll win this by at least a field goal.
They're kind of the Browns are kind of in disarray right now too. It was very
Odell
public.
Beckham.
Odell wanted out. He didn't get out. Apparently, the head coach has told the team he's essentially not with the team anymore.
Probably going to get cut.
Yeah. So it looks like they're going to release him. Raiders and Saints are looking at him. Yeah. I mean, you couldn't find a trade partner, so now you're just going to cut him? No. Just if he doesn't show up to work, fine him so you don't have to pay him anymore. Don't cut him.
Well, they told him not to come into work, so that was part of that. But
so hey, just so you know, kids, and all the kids out there listening, if you don't get your way, throw a fucking fit. It works.
Don't. So I'm gonna take Bengals laying the 2.5 over the Browns. I think the Bengals bounce back this week, and I think they easily win by at least a field goal. Also, I'm gonna go Vegas minus 2.5 over the Giants. Hopefully, I am wrong, but just the Giants don't know how to beat people, and even I talked about it on the Clear at Big Blue podcast I do with my buddy Mike Fish every Tuesday. Clear at Big Blues Day. We talk about West Ham and the New York Giants, but last night on the podcast, I was talking about how the Giants are a 2-6 team. They should have beat the Chiefs on Monday night, but a penalty called back an interception that was basically a walk-away interception would have given them the game. And Washington football team, Washington misses a field goal that would have been the game winner, but the Giants jumped offside, so they got a second chance, made the field goal. They should have beat the Falcons, but penalties negated a bunch of dumb shit. Like, the Giants could be a much better team than they are. I'm not saying that they obviously are not a better team, but they fucked themselves over. Like, the Giants could theoretically be like 500 as a team. They could be close to 500 at this point, and they're not, because they don't know how to execute, and just that shit's going to fall apart. I think Derek Carr is going to break apart that defense. Derek Carr is going to have himself a nice day. Josh Jacobs and Kenyon Drake, I think, they're going to get shit going. And if you're not even going to have to lay a field goal, I'll take the Raiders to win this. But
I mean, all of that makes sense, but the Giants are scrappy. I don't know.
Danny Dimes. Yeah, I mean, I'm hoping they scrap away win. I'd be very happy to lose this one.
And just everything going on with Vegas, with Ruggs killing that lady while driving drunk. Don't drive drunk, everybody.
156 miles an hour. What the fuck was he thinking, dude?
He wasn't. He was shit-faced.
Generate 156 miles an hour, twice
just
the
with
legal
that
limit.
too, hanging over the team, this just feels like a spot where the Giants can win. And I know for you, you're in the situation where you're like, well, either I win my bet or my team wins, so it's a win-win.
Yes, that's exactly where I'm at right now.
I almost took the Giants in this game.
My final pick this week is the Cardinals. Pickem. So just they got went outright against the 49ers. 49ers had a nice little bounce back last week, but I think that Kyler and them losing to the Packers, I think they're going to kind of bounce back as well. So I'm gonna bet on 2 bounce back games for the Bengals and the Cardinals, and the Cardinals just went outright. I think they can easily get that done. So Cardinals pick them for me. So to recap our picks this week, Pat has the Patriots -3.5 over the Panthers, the Bills -14.5 over the Jaguars, the Packers +7.5 over the Chiefs. I have the Bengals -2.5 over the Browns, Raiders -2.5 over the Giants, and Arizona in a pick'em over the 49ers. Check out our picks every single Friday and Sunday. We post them on the Pass to Gravy account, and also give us a follow on Gravy Gambles at Gravy Gambles on Twitter. Every bet that we put out, we tweet out on that app. I also am done with the man bun. I can't do this the rest of the way. This looks so stupid.
Yeah, you look like a fucking idiot.
Wait, just slow this down though, Robert.
See, with your hair too, you also could have gone as John Wick for Halloween.
Yeah, but I didn't.
Yeah, and also good call not doing it, because if you had, you'd have COVID now.
They didn't go as anything for Halloween. Oh, you think you're John Wick? Well, guess not.
You could have just got drunk on your couch and be like, I'm John Wick.
I'm just off duty, John Wick.
And just looked at Weezy, be like, if anybody takes you out, I'm going to kill them all, Weezers.
They better not. They better not take out my dog. All right. Our next segment is the What Would Jesus Do segment, which we need your help with to keep this segment alive, guys. Hashtag PTG WWJD. Tweet us at Pass the Gravy Pod. Throw Jesus in a situation in today's time that he might find himself in, and we'll tell you how he would handle it. You just phrase it, what would Jesus do blank? And we'll get to the bottom of all of that. We're only doing this until you guys stop sending in stuff. And I think we had a couple of submissions left. So this is winding down. We need your WWJDs, and we need to spread it out with the amount of people that are sending them, because we can't just have, like, Josh Tree sends us a ton. Can't just have Josh Tree keeping this segment afloat. So let's send them in. Hashtag PTG WWJD to at Pass Gravy Pod. Throw Jesus in a situation in today's time, and we'll tell you how he figured it out, because the WWJD bracelets never did. So we'll get to the bottom of it. This is the What Would Jesus Do segment.
Jesus, what would Jesus do? Jesus, what would Jesus do? Put him in a situation in a matter of time. If you wrote the jingle, do you think he'd make it rhyme? So think about this crazy world in which we live today, and how would Jesus handle it in any given way?
This week's What Would Jesus Do comes to us, coincidentally, from our buddy and reigning MVP, Josh Tree Caudle, at Joshua Tree 713 on Twitter. What? I
said, who could have guessed that it came from him?
Yeah. Okay. So Josh says, if Jesus had a bobblehead of himself, what would he be doing?
He'd be doing the cool guy Jesus from Dogma.
I actually had a
the
Jesus
double finger pistols.
I had a Jesus bobblehead in my car in college, and it just had him doing like the
it's either thing. The hands spread or the hands together praying. No, he would have double finger pistols, cool guy Jesus from Dogma. But what most people don't know is it's because he's pewing.
All right, Robert, what do you think Jesus would have his bobblehead doing?
I imagine it's like him holding like a water bottle and it's red or something. Like he's turning it into wine.
I like that.
Or how about he's holding like a wine glass like this open-handed, but the other hand is like pointing at it like, Or no, I guess it would be a water bottle. It would be a water bottle that he's pointing at, not a wine glass. It would make sense for there to be wine in a wine glass.
Or he's by like a water cooler, maybe.
Mm-hmm.
He's sitting next to a water tower, pointing at it like, what's in there?
You know what this is. You get it, guys. You guys get it.
He's standing at the water cooler in his office, like leaning on it, but pointing at it, and it's red. Like, we're gonna get the fucking day lit today, boys.
I like that. Yeah, no, I think though, we have to pick one. Respect the exercise. I'd like to think that he's doing the thing that I already saw.
Nope, I'm sticking with double finger pistol, pew pew Jesus.
Well, then to make sure I side with Robert, I'm just gonna say holding a glass.
That's fine.
So that's what wins.
That's fine.
Be holding a glass, turning it into wine.
I mean, I think Jesus would be a fan of our podcast and would support us by pew pewing, but you don't think Jesus would like us, and that's cool.
I like that it just once again turned back into Jesus turning everything into wine. Like the people that have gotten upset over this bit, it's like you realize that there's about 4 outcomes of every single scenario that we usually eventually reach.
Pretty much. But it's about the journey, not the destination.
By the way, we got some pretty funny reactions to our video about the original cancel culture, and when we were saying Jesus got canceled pretty hard. They're like, yeah, you think? So shout out to everybody that reposted that and commented on it. That was pretty funny. We like it when you guys comment on the videos and give us your opinions on it. It's pretty cool. But yeah, Jesus would have a glass that he was turning into wine. Glass of water he's turning into wine. So solid question, Josh Tree. If you got any questions, throw Jesus in a situation he'd find himself in, hashtag PTG WWJD at Pass Grade Pod. That's the What Would Jesus Do segment. Now we're going to get to the not cool segment, because sometimes, Pat, it is not cool when you got aches and pains, or you're a little stressed out, or you're a little frustrated. But luckily, Pat's about to tell you, thanks to our friends at Alamo Remedy, you can deal with that.
It's the only way I get through shoulder pain. I don't have a lot of pains, aches and pains, like stuff like that. But I shouldn't even say shoulder pain, neck ache. You're staring down at your phone too long over the course of the day. I don't know, maybe you slept on your neck wrong. Bam, little dab like that, little cucumber melon right there on the shoulders. Fucking good to go. You're gonna be fine the rest of the day, and you're gonna smell like cucumber melon, which is fucking dope. Everybody likes somebody that smells good. You don't want to smell like me. I'm always sweating. I'm fat. It's not a great look, but throw on a little bit of lotion, you're better. You don't like lotion, you want a little maybe you don't have time. You don't like greasy hands like that. You don't want to wash your hands because I don't know. I guess that's inconvenient for most people. Most people are dirty bastards. Get a little bit of the tincture oil. Wake up in the morning, pop a few drops of it underneath your tongue like that. You're good. Your little snack, Robert. You're a little hungry, like a little sugar in your day. Bam, gummy worms. CBD right in there. Gummy worms. Or is it gummy worms or bears? Or
Gummy bears. Gummy bears.
Gummy bears. Sorry, I said it wrong. Bears are just as good. You eat a bear, you feel like a giant. It's awesome.
Exactly. Just like that.
Or maybe if you still got your pipe from college, you like to have a little puff time from time to time.
There you go.
Got the hemp flower. Not going to get you stoned, but it's going to chill you out. You're going to feel good.
Exactly. You're not gonna have the paranoia or any of that stuff if you're smoking like when you're smoking that hot leaf. But promo code PTG at checkout, get 10% off your order at alamoremedy.com. The best CBD in the world and the official sponsor of our Not Cool segment that begins now.
Not cool, man. Dude, that's not cool.
Not cool. Not cool.
Dude, that's not cool.
Not cool, man.
Dude, that's not cool.
Not cool. Not cool.
Dude, that's not cool. That's not cool. That's not cool.
Before we get into that, obviously this is under the Not Cool umbrella, but our buddy Raimundo Benavidez, he won Man of the Year at the Gravies Awards last year. He lost his mom over this past week, and I mean, our hearts go out to him, man. T's and P's all day long, thinking about you and your family. And we got a GoFundMe from him that we're gonna tweet out. And Pat, will you tweet out the link right now and then just pin it to the top of our Twitter?
Got it.
That way, when you guys listen to this, you just mention what happened and then ask people to donate on it and then just pin it to the top. But so go to check out at Pass Grade Pod. It'll be pinned to the top of our Twitter profile, and then you can go, and if you have it in your heart, or if you have anything to spare, if you could donate, that would be awesome, because we know how expensive funeral costs and all kinds of stuff like that are. And I mean, if you don't, you're very lucky, but a lot of us do know that those costs they add up quickly. And Mundo, we love you, buddy. We're thinking about you, and you got the whole Gravy Gang's got your back. If you need anything at all, just let us know. And again, if you guys find it in your hearts to donate, or even just share it and retweet it, that would be amazing. But go to our Twitter account at Pass Grade Pod, and it'll be pinned to our profile. And then also Mundo is at KMundoB on Twitter. But so let's get to some of the listeners submitted not cools. John Fredericks Jonathan Frederick. He says his not cool is the winds are so strong today that my 4x4x8 posts snapped at the base. About 40-inch section of fence came down.
Nope.
Wood
nope.
was
All,
40 foot. It just
Yeah.
was 40 dash.
Nope. Yeah, that the 1 dash is the foot, the 2 dash is the inches. So it's 4 inch by 4
Well,
inch
in
by
soccer,
8
that means
foot
minutes. So the 40
posts.
minutes, the 40th minute, somebody scored a
Section.
goal.
Yeah,
In the 40th minute,
40-foot section of fence came down. Wood was shit, so probably a blessing in disguise to replace. Just sucks because I didn't want to drop more money into the house since I'm having to sell soon and move out to Central Texas. Yeah, dude, that wind was fucking nuts. Like all the doors at my restaurant just kept flying open all day.
what?
There's a side door, and I guess that's the direction the wind was coming from. So if the wind was currently blowing, like at one point I went to walk the door and I put my hand on it and the door didn't budge. I'm a pretty big guy. I had to literally put my shoulder into the door like I'm trying to drive back a defensive lineman and push as hard as I could to open up the door. And then like when you get through, it would just slam fucking, like it's got the little pressurized thing. So it would swing really hard, and before it slammed, it would stop so it didn't actually slam. But I'm sitting there, I'm like, if an old lady is walking through this door and there's a gust, like it's a heavy door. Like I'm seriously worried that on a heavy wind day, we're going to have a major injury for an old woman, because the door could literally, like if it swung and
Murder
hit her head,
someone.
it could literally kill an old lady if it hit her in the head.
I think it's about time we just get rid of wind. Like wind is kind of stupid when you think about it. Like fuck wind.
I don't know.
Unless you're a sailor.
I like the elements in sports.
Unless you're a sailor on a boat.
Yeah.
Like wind is pretty shitty, or wind turbines. Okay, there's actually a lot of uses for wind.
But
a lot of them are bad.
Sailboat is probably
hurricanes.
Fuck you.
Hurricanes are awful. And that's wind. Tornadoes. No, thank you. I think wind has done more harm than it has good. And we need to teach wind to fuck off when it needs to. We haven't held wind in check as much as we should.
I think we need to just start doing experiments to get super soldiers. Because once we get a Superman,
what does that mean?
Hold on. Once we get Superman, we don't use him to fight wars. His only job is when a hurricane or a cyclone starts to form, or a tornado, you fly above it and fly the opposite direction really quickly. I don't see how that wouldn't solve the problem. It would instantly end every storm.
What about magnets? Again, not a scientist, but like I know magnets can do shit. Put whatever the opposite magnet is on like the wind and make it flip around or some shit. I don't know. There's got to be ways to do that.
No, I think our best option is a superhero that can fly. We got to start working on that.
Mm-hmm.
Elon, build yourself an Iron Man suit and do it.
I guess that is doable. But at what cost?
I mean,
Iron Man, how'd that go?
Pretty fucking good. He saved literally half of life in the universe.
Right. So you're asking somebody to just like be Jesus, basically.
Yeah.
Save us.
No, I'm asking them to be Iron Man. All you gotta do is get some trendy glasses and a goatee.
I'm team anti-wind. We're anti-wind. This is an anti-wind podcast. Fuck wind.
No, it's not. I'm down for
fuck wind, dude.
I like the elements in sports. I like when it's a crazy wind game. So you know you're just gonna have a weird day of football. So if you don't like wind, you don't like snow flurries either? You don't want snow football?
Just drop it. Just drop it. I don't want wind. I don't want any wind involved. You don't have to have wind to have snow. You have to have a temperature.
This is spoken like somebody that hasn't had a great kicker on his team for most of his life.
Graham Gano is actually a fantastic kicker, so chill out.
I mean, I'm just saying I've had Mason Crosby for a long time, so wind hasn't really bothered.
We've also had Lawrence Tynes, and he was great too. Giants don't miss a lot of field goals.
I know. I wasn't trying to say that.
It's the rest of the team that's bad.
Yeah, it's no, dude. Wind
Besides
is dope.
Daniel.
Wind is cool, man.
I think wind's a little overrated, dude. Like
wind turbines.
It shows up. Like you really only hear about wind when it's fucking shit up now.
Okay, let me ask you this.
The turbines haven't even gotten a lot of movement.
Mouth.
There's not a lot of momentum. Don't tell me what to do.
You're saying when you're at BuzzFest and it's 108 degrees outside, you don't want a little breeze across your face?
They got fans.
But not enough. Oh, spoken like somebody gets to go backstage and stand underneath the tent. I'm a lawn guy. I'm a man of the people, and it's fucking hot. My fat ass needs a breeze.
Be one with the elements then.
Yes, and one of the elements.
Get over it. Wind's overrated, dude. Wind's stupid. Let's cancel wind.
No, wind is one of the elements. Do you not remember Captain Planet?
Yeah, I do. And wind was the dumbest one.
Okay, but without wind, we can't have Captain Planet. So you want polluters to win. That's what you just said.
I mean, if Captain Planet was going to save the planet, he would have done it by now. And last I checked, they're bitching at Elon Musk for not doing it. So I think Elon Musk is the real Captain Planet. And that's the one I'm going to root for instead of some made up cartoon guy.
You root for Captain Industrialist. That's who you root for.
Or Captain Insano. That's what I root for.
Actually, I would, if there was a Captain Industrialist, I would probably root for that guy.
Yeah, you would.
Yeah, fuck the rainforest, man. Build another factory.
Just wind. Let's just chill out. I'm done with wind. All right. Like everybody's go the turbines, but like nobody wants to go turbine powered. Everybody like, why are we still using electricity? Because turbines aren't that cool. They don't get it done enough. Remember here when it froze, they all froze too. It's like, figure it out. Great job, wind.
Could have used more wind. If it was blowing harder, they would have been spinning faster and they wouldn't have froze.
See, the wind's a little lazy when it needs to not be lazy. The wind is just kind of a fucking piece of shit. Like if I can flood your town or tornado right through you, I'm here for it. But if you need me to blow away like all of this ice on the fucking turbine so we can get some electricity to the goddamn state, fuck off. Like that's what the wind says to us. The wind is I'm anti-wind.
You're really sounding like somebody that never went multiple years without air conditioning in their car and really needed wind every time your car came to a stop. And it
right, because if I had an issue like that, I would just gone to a place to fix it.
I did multiple times. Kept breaking. My car hated me.
But you also did large stretches without getting it looked at, which I would say probably made it worse.
Yeah, I'm also cheap. What are you gonna do? Hey, I had the wind.
Team anti-wind here. Moving on. So yeah, fuck the wind, John. I get you, bro. I get you. And hopefully you can get that fence repaired for a decent price. Our last listener submitted not cool is from Melissa Hyde at Mel Hyde, myself on Twitter. And she says her not cool is carving pumpkins a week before Halloween in Texas. She also sent us a picture and the pumpkins just look melted. Yeah, there's always the people that like at my apartment complex, you can see the people that like carved it like a week out and it's like, yep, that's not gonna last long.
Nope.
Like once you take all the guts and stuff out, they don't last too long. Our pumpkin was carved the night before Halloween, so done. Like,
did you help at all, or was it all Emma?
I scooped. I did not do any of the cutting or anything like that. I roasted the sunflowers or the pumpkin seeds.
Nice. Big seed guy over there.
Had some ranch seasoning.
Are seeds
Threw nuts? A little bit of that on there. No, they're seeds. Mm-mm.
People are saying
we're anti macadamia, anti cashew, and anti wind on this podcast this week.
Whoa. We're not anti those nuts. We're just
this month at least.
We're not doing them. We're not doing them. We're not anti.
We're abstaining. But yes, carving pumpkins.
Macadamia.
Carving pumpkins a week before Halloween in Texas. Solid, not cool, because it's just like it's funny. It's funny to see them just like they like just melt. But that sucks when you're trying to like have cool Halloween decorations for the trick-or-treaters. So hopefully your Halloween gumbo was good enough to where they were distracted away from the pumpkins.
As long as they didn't stink, that's actually probably a great Halloween costume. Like it's spooky. It's a melted pumpkin.
Yeah, that's what a ghost would have, because the ghost can't keep up with that shit. Ooh, good thinking. So I think that was very spooky. Good call, Melissa. All right, I have a couple I could run through.
Let me go first, because mine is still pretty much the Astros losing, and it's sad because you guys have football, you have soccer, like not even just football, you have NFL and college football.
We're all soccer fans. You have to root for West Ham, Robert.
All I have is baseball, and it's not even like I watch a bunch of other teams. I just watch the Astros or listen to the Astros. So like,
Robert's a sports fan in 1946.
Yeah.
He doesn't have like cable, so he just would listen to the Astros broadcasts every day. Which is like, that's a real fan, where he's like, I gotta gather around the radio and turn on the game.
My ADD would not be able to handle that. But yeah, Robert, I forgot about you not having anything else sports wise.
U of H, they were good, huh?
You don't care.
Yeah, I don't know.
But you have to be a West Ham fan, so that's a good team.
You should become
have
a
to
big
watch 'em.
college baseball fan too.
Ooh, good idea.
Robert, you could
You
be
should
our college
pick
baseball
a random sport to just get super into.
What's that?
Like, just be a big horse racing guy.
Horse
Pickleball.
racing? I'll think about it. But yeah, like it's just
Robert seems like a pickleball guy.
handball.
No, he's a pickleball guy. I think you had me at pickleball. Doesn't Robert seem like he'd be like, yeah, me and Sam were just at the pickleball courts, pickling some balls.
they got my hopes up in Game 5. Brought it back to Houston. I'm like, oh, there's a chance. There's a chance.
I just feel like when you lose 2 bullpen games, it's hard to win. Oh, series. And also, it's bullshit that there's multiple bullpen games in a World Series. Like, figure out a fucking pitcher. And I understand Morton went down, but get a real starter. Fucking bullshit.
Yeah.
They should make a requirement at a certain like you should have to go 3 innings as a starter. It would ruin a lot of games because but it would also be funny to have like 27-0 in the second inning because somebody just couldn't figure it out.
Teams would just have a signal where, like, after the home run, the pitcher would just look back, my elbow. Ow, I can't continue.
But then you have to miss a start or some shit like that.
See, you're just adding too many rules. They already have to face 3 batters.
It's bullshit. It's except for the Astros guy last night, they only had 1 pitch. That was nuts.
Yeah.
They got him out of an inning.
Was it Brooks Raley?
Yeah, Raley came in.
No matter how
they took Garcia out, and he came in, throws 1 pitch, gets the ground out, and I was like, does that guy walk back to the bench? And he's like, see how easy it is? Just do that.
The last half of the year, Brooks Raley pitched so good, but it could not erase the first half of my year that every time Brooks Raley came in, I was like, God damn it. Every fucking time. My brain could not get over that. But
so it's gonna take me a while to emotionally and physically recover from this.
Let me convince you, buddy, to hop on the West Ham bandwagon, dude. They're like an outsider, but they're very good right now. They're undefeated in the Europa League, which is good. They're up ahead by like 6 points over everybody else in the Europa League. They're 4th in the Premier League. They're in the quarterfinals of the Carabao Cup, which is awesome. They just beat Man United and Man City. Like, see, there's a lot of positives to build off of, and the games are early. So, like, you get to have the rest of your day. You can watch the games in bed.
Let me explain something to you, Alex.
I'll give you my Peacock login.
Robert is a real adult with a well-rounded life, interests, and goals. He's only got time for one sport. He's not like us.
He's not a really like soccer.
He's not a degenerate. I don't think he would.
I
think he would.
I've been around soccer all my life. I mean, look at me. Look at the skin color. I've been around soccer all my life.
I don't see race, so I didn't notice.
It's never caught my attention.
Not yet. It's because you didn't have a team until we told you were a West Ham fan.
Oh, fuck, that was funny.
All right, Alex, what do you
should become like a real big hockey fan. Nobody would expect that.
Nobody would expect that.
Here, I'll go second because my first one kind of leads into this one. Is the Astros playing terrible last night. I drowned my sorrows as one does in lots of liquor, and I had also volunteered to open today. So waking up was a little bit rough.
Great call.
Not because I was hungover. I was just tired. Stayed up too late drinking. So yeah, I was tired. Next one. My ankle tried to commit suicide this week. I tweeted about it. Not so much my ankle, my Achilles. I was walking around all day, and then out of nowhere, I was like standing actually in front of a fucking freezer. And I just kind of like was standing, and out of nowhere, my left Achilles felt like it was about to fucking tear. I couldn't put pressure on it or else it hurt really bad. And this only lasted for like 15 minutes, but like I realized if I walked on the side of my foot, which probably isn't good for it. It didn't hurt, but if I put my foot flat, it really it hurt like a motherfucker. And I'm sitting there like, I don't get sick. I don't get hurt. What the fuck is happening? I'm supposed to be impervious. I thought that fucking movie where the guy can't get hurt was based off of me with Bruce Willis. I don't know the name of it. Whatever it fucking is.
Sixth
but like
Sense.
Yeah, that's it. No, it's Die Hard.
Unbreakable.
Yeah, Unbreakable. I was like, dude, I never get hurt.
Jumanji.
This doesn't fucking happen. I was fucking pissed off, and also like, I don't have insurance. You better not tear ankle, because then I just don't have a leg anymore. You might as well cut it off at the fucking knee, because I ain't getting.
You got a peg leg.
Ooh,
that'd be cool.
Peg leg.
That's a cool conversation starter and a great nickname.
Yeah. So that happened, and also it made me think maybe it's because, hey, third week in a row, guys, still haven't put my my cushiony insoles in my shoes yet. They're still right
Good
here.
call on that too. Maybe do that
I'm
all.
Smart. Yeah.
Just when you leave this room that you're in, that you don't usually sit in, just come back.
This is my living room.
Oh, I thought that's your other room.
I don't do the other room anymore. All my TVs are out here.
Yeah, I thought that was your room. I didn't realize that was your living room.
Me too. Yeah, just fucking put them in right after the podcast, dude.
Yeah, I said I was going to do that last week, and I still didn't.
Everybody,
I'm done making promises.
At not Pat Dion on Twitter, every single day, everybody tweet him multiple times a day and say, "Hey, Pat, put your insoles in." I'll just remind him to do that. And if we all tweet him 8,000 times, he might do it. I'm
going to do it today. Wink.
He's not going to do it.
So this is also my brings me into another not cool. You guys can't hear this fan next to me, can you?
No.
I had to break out a little portable fan because in my living room, it doesn't circulate air like well at all. And I'm sitting on a leather couch. So when I'm in here, I just sweat my fucking ass off all the time. So basically it's every goddamn day. I'm so ready for it to get cold so I don't do this anymore. Like halfway through the pod, I had to go get a fucking portable fan because I was dying. I'm so fat, I'm so sweaty. This is the only good thing that's going to come out of the Astros or out of baseball season being over is that I told myself, like, once the playoffs hit, I was like, you know what, fuck it. I'm just going to have a good time. Now I got to start eating healthy and shit again because I put on so much weight over the last 3 fucking months again. So now I got to just stop eating carbs again and not being a degenerate every day of the fucking week, which is going to be easier now without baseball on. Like, there's still hockey and stuff, but I just got to have some self-discipline. But yeah, it being fucking hot here. And Robert, this one's for both of us. Breaking news about 10 minutes ago, Buster Posey's retiring. I know you don't really care as much because you only care about the Astros, but one of the best players of the last 15 years in baseball is done. And you know, tip of the hat, mad respect to Buster Posey. Good career. Possible Hall of Famer.
Yeah, I actually like Buster Posey. I like the Giants back when they were like winning every even year.
They're a fun. I believe it was odd years, wasn't it, or was it even?
Every other year.
Yeah.
But
same thing.
Yeah. Hey, happy trails, my friend.
All right, so that's your not cools.
Yep.
I will remember you.
So my not cools, I have 3 of them. I'm gonna just run through them, but first one is every morning during at work, I have a big box of emergencies because I always you always got to get the vitamin C going. So I have a water bottle I take in. The first time I fill it up, I always pour a whole emergency in it. And they have those like pre-tear like packets because it's made out of that really like weird like material. And they have like it's like tear here. They don't have the tear. Like I went this week to rip it and it didn't have like, it wasn't pre-cut or anything like that. So I was like, what the fuck? And I got it open, but it was just like, I looked like a bitch trying to be like, God damn it. It's just like, don't say pre-tear if you don't have the thing there.
That was the softest shit I've ever heard in my life. Like, Ron Swanson would be so disappointed in you. Like, guys, I couldn't take my vitamin C because the little packet was too hard to rip open.
It was really because like I had like, it was like there's like a minute left in a song and I was really trying to like get back and like do it fast. I was like, what the fuck? And I mean, if I hadn't been like kind of in a time crunch, then it wouldn't have been as bad. But just that it was not cool. So mine are not cool. I get it. I can deal with it. I've dealt with it. It's a part of me. I deal with it. All right. My other not cool is my apartment making people pay for parking spots now. So that fucking sucks. Like they're the same parking spots that we've always had, but now you can just be like, oh, pay us more this month to do this. And then also the signs in the elevator thing. I think I got some great ideas going forward. I don't want to share them because I don't want to get in trouble. But I've told the guys off air what some plans are, but I'm pretty excited about it. But like
That's good.
now that like we never had to pay for like parking or anything, and they're like, well, if you want to reserve a spot, we can do this, and then if not, like we're gonna tow your car. Okay, well,
I think that's not in my rental agreement. Parking was included in my rental agreement when I signed.
And
I wonder if you actually could lawyer up on that. I wonder if
I'm not going to get Cody Crest on it.
Well, no, I'm saying if you have any listeners that happen to be lawyers that have like, they could probably tell you in 5 minutes whether or not
Cody Crest went to Harvard. He is a lawyer. I think if you graduate from Harvard, you're basically a lawyer.
No, I'm just saying maybe throw it out there. Be like, hey, does anybody want to take this pro bono? Just give me a little advice for 5 minutes. I know asking lawyers for their legal advice without paying them is a shitty thing to do, but just say
everybody tweet Cody for me.
If anybody wants to volunteer, I would appreciate it. If not, I'm just going to bitch about it and do nothing.
Right. Yeah, I don't know, but it's dumb.
You should actually go back and see if you can get a copy of your lease and just like take 20 minutes to read through it and see if it says parking is included in your lease.
I'm just gonna like I'm judging the fuck out of anybody that is reserving a spot. I'm like fucking rich boy.
Well, but here's the thing. If you can find it in there, just be like, here's what can happen. I can either tell everybody that they don't have to pay and what you're doing is illegal, or you can give me the exact spot that I want reserved and I won't tell everyone.
Nope, I would never do it because I'm not gonna fall. I'm not gonna try and do that. I don't want it. I want the spots to be open like they always have. I don't want anybody to have preferential treatment.
Get a copy of your lease, look it up, and then put it in the elevator.
There
be like, hey, everyone, just so you know, our lease agreement did include.
Look, I thought this was a public forum that we could just share anything we wanted to. And you guys have these little slits we can slide paper through. It's great. Also, listen to Past Your podcast.
See.
And then I'll deny it that I said that. Like, we actually listened back to the podcast and you were talking about doing this. So, like, nah, not my podcast. There's a video of you saying it.
That was a bit. It's a character I play on that podcast.
It's called a parody. Relax. But real not cool though is because Halloween was over the weekend, is the people that dress their kids up in like anything political. Just like if you dress your 5-year-old up like whether it's anti-Biden or anti-Trump, like you're a scumbag. Just like, again, not a parent telling people how to parent, like I judge the fuck out of you. I think you're a scumbag because it's like that fucking kid doesn't fucking like 5-year-olds don't have an opinion on Joe Biden or Donald Trump or anybody. Like they don't. They're 5 years old. Like they should be fucking Big Bird or something else that like Blippi or whatever else the fucking 5-year-old wants to be. Like not like, well, I made my son. It was the scariest thing I saw. I dressed him up as Ted Cruz. you guys get it. He's Ted Cruz. It's like, all right, Monica. Chill the fuck out, weirdo. Please leave my house after politicizing your child. Fucking weirdo. Hey, let's ask little Billy. Like, explain to us why you don't like Ted Cruz. Like, I don't know. My mom just told me to do this. Like, all right. No, nobody gets candy. Actually, give me all the other candy because you don't get this at all.
I just like wearing a suit, so this is fun for me.
Yeah, I don't know. I saw quite a few of those, and it was like, I mean, there's people that like, if you like Lance Zerline, friend of the podcast, he used to, when his kids were younger, he like dressed him up one year as Jesse Pinkman and Walter White. Like he was doing like themed costumes, but it was like just of TV shows. Like he did Don Draper and the chick from Mad Men one year, and it was funny. But it's like once you go the political route, like you're just kind of being a cunt about it. And it's like you shouldn't use your kids that way. That's why I always feel like I feel that way, like when you have like if a kid has like a pro political person like shirt that like you make them wear so you can take a picture and post it on Instagram. It's like your kid doesn't know anything that shirt stands for at all. So like they only know the shit that you're trying to tell them, and like you're just being really kind of a cunt about like you trying to make shit political. It doesn't, like we don't need to make Halloween political.
No, the earliest
Halloween's fine. Let's just give your kids candy. That's fine. We don't need to like be like, well, Republicans or Democrats. Just get the fuck out. Like this is not the place for that.
The earliest anybody should have any political opinion is like 16 years old. And that's only for the people that are like, valedictorians and super smart people that actually know what they're talking about and form opinions. The average 16-year-old should not have any opinions on anything outside of like music.
Right. And if they do, like, I don't give a fuck what a 16-year-old thinks about politics.
Oh, dude,
you can't vote and it doesn't matter.
When people started pushing that 16-year-olds should be able to vote, I was like, you've lost your fucking mind. You could give a 16-year-old all of the information, go read through this. These are people's stances. They wouldn't know what the fuck they were doing. I know I wouldn't have.
That Greta Thunberg chick? Like, she's a kid. I think she's like 10 years old, 12 years old. Like, it's cool that she
like
cares.
18 now, but
whatever. But like, when she was super young, like that's when she was being like rolled out there, and everybody was talking about all this shit. Like, how dare you? Like, I don't give a fuck. I don't fucking care. Like, I'm glad you care about the earth, but like, I'm not going to dictate what I want to do because some little kid like went on a rant that was like recorded so people would watch it. Like, I just don't care. Like, quit trying to use kids to further like political gain and shit like that. That's really the whole thing. But like,
she's got 5 names. She's got 5 names. She's a serial
what are
killer.
they?
I'm not even Greta Tintin, Eleonora Ernman Thunberg. Her second name is fucking Tintin. Maybe that's a Swedish word and it means something else. Or
Is she
it's a
like
common
from
Swedish
New Zealand?
name. She's Swedish.
What?
But like, your second name is literally Tintin. Your parents are dicks. I preface that by saying that maybe it's common in Sweden, but you're named after a dog.
My point, and like, she's allowed to think all that shit, and we're allowed to like look at it however you want. But just like, I don't think we should dictate like world shit on what like a kid is saying.
Yeah, like if you're born after 9/11,
And
I don't
also,
give a fuck about anything you have to say.
I don't think that
That's the
you
cutoff.
should dress your kid as a fucking any political thing. Like if you like dress your kid as like Bill Clinton and it was just like a funny costume, like that's funny. You know, I'm cool with that. But it's like when you try and like take a shot about like some like make some political joke out of something, it's just like it's weird when you use your kids, and fuck you. So that's my not cool.
If your kid's old enough to talk, they can pick their own costume. Ninja, cowboy,
Hey, they should be let your kid be a cowboy.
I will say this though, an infant Trump would just, if you're not making a statement about it, an infant dressed as Trump with giant fake hair would be pretty funny to see.
I still think people are going to get triggered by it anyways, and it's just like don't.
Oh,
stay
that's
away
on
from
them.
it.
I'm saying as long as you're not making a statement about it, if you're just going,
I think you're trying to at that
Trump
point.
is a ridiculous looking human being, and
There's just a lot of ways to stay away from it, and you chose not to, which makes it seem like you're trying to say something.
Yeah, I'm just saying that might be the one, but even so, just leave politics out of childhood activities.
Let's just let politics, like, they don't need to be a team thing. Like, you don't need to be a fan like you are of like your favorite football team of like a random politician. That's weird to me.
What if we just passed a law that like, okay, 2030, that's the end date. Everybody that is in politics at that day, I don't care.
You're out.
I don't care if you've only been in politics for a year. At that date, you're out for the rest of your life. We're bringing in a complete new crop.
I mean, this isn't the kind of podcast that's going to break that shit down, but yeah, I understand what you're talking
about. I just think it'd be a good rule.
Let's move on to the answer segment where you guys get to ask us anything that comes to mind. If it's a high thought, something you found out from a friend that you want to hear our opinion on, if you want some relationship advice, if it's something you saw on a billboard or the internet that you want our opinions on, hit us up. Hashtag PTG answers to @PassTheGradyPod. I'm at Alex J. Middleton. Pat's at not Pat D. And Robert is at Robert Barbosa 03. You can also email them to us, answers@PassTheGradyPod.com. But we do prefer Twitter. That's the best way to reach us. That's what we check first. Hashtag PTG answers @PassTheGradyPod. This is the answers segment.
Well, if you just answer the question, why don't you just answer the question? Be honest, no big deal. Yeah, answer the question. Don't change the subject, just answer the fucking question.
Any questions?
All right, our first answers question comes from our podcast son, Skylar Lester.
Oh my God, Skylar!
At OMG at Skylar on Twitter. Skylar says, in Toto's Africa, the singer says he stops an old man along the way who turns to him as if to say, hurry boy, it's waiting there for you. What kind of look would convey that statement? So what kind of look, and this has you got to go to the YouTube channel, Pass Grade Podcast on YouTube, hit that subscribe button, let us see the screenshot of it. But like, this has got to be a visual one that we're going to do. Like, what look would you give somebody to convey, hurry boy, it's waiting there for you?
A hurry boy, wait, is it if or she? It's waiting there for you. I think it would be kind of like a.
I'd be like,
this is so much funnier to me that people just listening have no idea. Robert, what do you think the look would be?
I'd been doing it. Wait, hold on. Now I lost it. I've been doing it at the same time as all of you. I lost it.
Little bit of The Rock going on there, but okay. So Robert's got that. I've got, and Alex has. So
it's kind of the same thing as Pat, but like you gotta do something with your maybe like a. You gotta like motion.
No.
It's waiting.
Oh, okay. I was gonna say, don't describe it at all. Make them go to the YouTube to see.
Right. Like you gotta let them know.
Who sneezed? Was that Emma?
Emma, bless you, Emma.
One, tell her I said bless you. Two, tell her to keep it down. Okay.
Pat also asked you to keep it down, please.
Yeah, look at the sign.
We did add a new sign to the studio. Yeah, babe, men are at work. This I saw a sticker that said "men at work," a warning, "men at work," and I thought that was a really funny sticker to get for the because just the fellas are just talking about stuff, just chopping it up, solving the world's problems. Men at work.
Yeah, that's our answers. I think they were great answers. If you guys want to have any idea what the fuck we're talking about, watch the YouTube.
Yeah.
Honestly, we should clip this and put this clip out there. Audio only. Our first ever audio only clip.
Just like I'll like use the video but just black out whenever any of us is giving any sort of like
go to YouTube
facial expression. I'll just like when Robert's doing his facial expression, I'll switch it to the view of me. And when you're doing it, I'll switch it to the view of Robert.
Oh my God.
So I didn't tell us anything. I didn't see anything they were doing. Well, whatever.
Go to YouTube.
That's why you got to go subscribe to the YouTube channel, guys. Great question, Skylar. Zach Woodruff at Ginzy Zach Woodruff at Salsa 6800 on Twitter says astrology, space racism.
I mean, it's bullshit. I can tell you that.
Well, you know what else is bullshit? Is racism.
Well, so I guess
there's no time for racism. So yes, astrology is space racism.
Yeah, I don't know where the racism came into it on that, but yeah, they're both bullshit. So yes,
I think it is a little bit like I sort of get where the question is going, because people all the time are like, "Oh, that's such a Pisces thing to do. That's such a Hufflepuff thing to do. That's such a Dragonite thing to do," and you're like, I was born when I was born, man.
I can't control this, and you're judging
me. I'm
not
selfish because I was born on June 12th, more so than if I was born in April. Like it doesn't matter. That's the fucking like somebody like they didn't have shit to talk about, so they looked at the stars and made up stuff. Like that's how that came to be.
The only people that are bigger pieces of shit than judging people about their sign because of that are people that use it to excuse their own shit behavior. Like, sorry, I've been a fucking cunt all week. I'm a Pisces.
Mercury is in retrograde.
Like that. No, you're a grown adult that can control their own emotions. Stop being a fucking cunt to everyone.
I'm such an Aries. No, you wouldn't understand. You're a Taurus. That's just you're never. We're just not
compatible.
We're not on the same wavelengths. I don't think you understand my vibes.
It won't work between us. I'm sorry. Didn't you and your ex-boyfriend break up every week for 2 years straight?
It's not about that.
Maybe your level of what vibes are don't make any fucking sense.
Look, I listen to the earth. I listen to the earth, all right? With the stars align, that tells me that Mercury's in retrograde, which means bad things are going to happen. So anything in my life that whether or not I caused it or not, I'm going to blame on Mercury. Fuck Mercury. I hate that planet.
That's what I think about your goddamn fucking astrology takes.
Astrology is space racism. I just like the phrasing of that. So absolutely yes.
Yeah, because astrology
it teaches you to judge people. Teaches you to judge people on like, oh, well, you like this, or you're not gonna be friendly. And it's like, just because like if you look at any of that stuff where it's like, oh, you're an Aries, and it's like there's 97 qualities that Aries can have, and it's like friendly. Oh, I'm that one. Yeah, that's totally you. That's totally you. It's like you literally just named every possible quality that anybody could have, and like when somebody looks at it, like, oh, that is me. I do have one of these.
I'm hard-headed. I know. I'm a Cancer.
I do breathe air.
Like, no, you're just being a fucking dick that refuses to listen to anybody else. You're not hard-headed because you were born in July. You fucking idiot.
You're reading a fortune cookie every day to see how to start your day and how you think your day is going. Like you're reading just it's bullshit. It's nonsensical. But yes, it is space racism.
Dickheads.
Spacism.
Yep.
Spacism is space racism. Is what we're gonna call that. Don't be a spacist.
Oh my God. Not during a full swig, man. You can't just hit me with spacist.
I didn't see you were doing that. Okay, our next question comes from Alex O at Alex McThunder1 on Twitter, and he says, "Are boneless wings really wings, or should they be classified as nuggets? Also, what is the difference between a chicken tender and a chicken strip?"
Yes, they're nuggets. Call them as such. And chicken strip, it's just you're cutting chicken into strips. The tenders actually needs to be the tenderloin of the chicken. That being said, most places are just going to call them chicken tenders, and it's a fucking chicken strip. It's not that big of a deal if you get the wrong cut of meat on fucking chicken. It's chicken.
I feel like chicken strips usually are straighter than chicken tenders. Chicken tenders can kind of go off to the side a little bit, although I feel like that is not 100% accurate. It just that's what I always imagined in my dumb brain. Are chicken or boneless chicken wings really just chicken nuggets? Yes, I agree.
They're not wings.
I think people shit on boneless chicken wings a lot of times because sometimes though, like you do get more meat. And like when I go with the triple dipper at Chili's, you guys know it's our favorite. It's a favorite of Past Gravy. If Chili's would like to sponsor us at any point in time, please do. I got a triple dipper last week and I was a huge fan of it. But I always will go the boneless buffalo wings as opposed to regular buffalo wings because I know I'm only getting so many and I would like as much meat as I possibly can.
I mean, I have no problem with boneless.
Going boneless is like getting a drink with
nuggets.
No ice because you get more of the drink.
Say, do you want buffalo chicken wings or do you want buffalo chicken
It's
nuggets?
cooler to call them wings, just boneless wings.
No, I don't know why this makes me so angry. It's not a wing. I'm a wing purist. It's the dumbest fucking stance to fucking die on, and I will. It's so useless to get angry about this, but that's just who I am as a person. It's because I'm a Cancer. I can't fucking help it.
Sorry, guys. I'm a Gryffindor. You know me.
What about you, Robert? What do you think? Wing or nugget?
I say wing.
It's a wing, but it's like it is sort of a nugget, but like, yeah, well, they call it a wing because it's in the shape of like a wing.
It's not though.
It is. It's like an imitation wing.
It's literally just a chunk of chicken that they cut into they just cut it up and fry it. It's not in the shape of a wing.
It's in the shape of a wing.
Wing-ish.
Yeah.
It's in it's a nugget.
I think we allow it.
We allow it.
I just see this is one of those things that you just have to chalk up to. I'm a person that's fueled on negativity, so I have to have things to get angry about, and that's all this is. I really don't care if you call it that. I just don't think you should, and it makes me angry because I'm an angry person.
I understand that. I feel you on that. Okay, yeah. Good question, Alex. Though, our next question comes to us from our buddy Javier Perez. And I got to tell you, somebody that's coming on the scene and the best answers question asker of the year, Gravy's Award, has got to be Javier Perez. I think we got to consider him for sure for the award because he's had some fire questions as of late. But Javier Perez at Silkies_man on Twitter says, what is your dream View lineup? Which 5 ladies would you pick to be on The View? So I got to tell you guys that like we have on whatever channel The View is on, usually on in the studio in the morning. And when the show's over, sometimes actually we've had whatever Wendy Williams is on, we've had that on, and we like to just see who's filling in for Wendy Williams since she's not there. But The View is on in Rod's office, and then he just has like that channel on, and that's just what it stays on. And we like to watch, is it Joy Behar? We just like to make fun of all the stuff she says because she just sounds like an old crotchety lady. But View top like 5 ladies, our dream View lineup. Now let's run through some. I had to look up the Wikipedia page, but Star Jones, Joy Behar, Barbara Walters, Elizabeth Hasselbeck, Rosie O'Donnell, Whoopi Goldberg, who is still on it, Jenny McCarthy, Raven Simone.
Raven was on The View?
Yeah, it was so Raven back then.
I
Megan
thought you already
McCain.
I'm not gonna say it.
Jedediah Bila. All of those
What?
people were people from
what the fuck is a Jedediah Bila?
I don't know. There was a person who was on The View, but those are some of the people from The View. And we get to pick 5 women that we think would have the best daytime talk show. Robert, who would you go with first?
Don't name your daughter Jedediah. That's fucking mean.
Who's The Good Place, the main chick? What's her name?
Kristen Bell.
Kristen Bell.
Kristen Bell is
like
actually
her.
a very, very good pick.
I like
very
her.
good pick. All right, let's do it. Should we do it where we go around the room and we can veto people's picks?
No, I want to present my own 5.
Okay.
Didn't they just add Jerry O'Connell on there, or is that one of the other morning talk shows?
I think they may have. They're all the same. They all blend into me.
Yeah.
I'm gonna go.
Well, obviously, my dream one would be Julie Chin Moonves. She was on the talk. She had to step down because of less. But I feel like I'm not gonna let her man. I'm not gonna let her man keep him down.
Jerry O'Connell's on the talk.
I think Julie Chen belongs on The View. She should get the shine. Julie Chen would be who I would say is one of my 5. Pat, what about you?
I'm going a different direction. I want all of them to lose their jobs. So I'm going to go Jerry O'Connell. I want Ryan Reynolds, Hugh Jackman. Who else would be good
again,
on this?
Pat, let's recap the question that you clearly didn't read.
I don't care.
Which
I took
5
my own
ladies? Question. Nope, respect the exercise. Which 5 ladies?
Fine. I'm not taking anybody that's been on that show, though. I'm going Julie Chen with you. She was on the talk. I'm going Leah Remini. She was on the talk. She fucking hates Scientologists because they ruined her life. I'm going with her.
That's a good pick.
Shit, I'm actually just on the talk right now. I'm going Aisha Tyler as well. She's funny.
You can't just pick another daytime talk thing. You're just stealing their thing.
No, I just happened to go on that one because Jerry O'Connell was on it, and
Ellen DeGeneres.
I like a lot of these women that are on here. I'm going to go with Robert on this one. I'm also going to take Kristen Bell because I fucking love her. And Jamie Presley. Rounding out number 5, my first celebrity crush. I love Jamie Presley. She's funny as shit.
I would go with Julie Chen Moonves. Cher, obviously. Because Cher's cool. I think Nicki Minaj would be really fun to listen to every single day. I would definitely tune in for Nicki's hot takes. Somebody, we have to find the person that disagrees with everything. There's somebody that just argues with everybody. Kathy Gifford would be a fun one just because she's kind of
she's the only one allowed to drink, and she's shit-faced during every show.
What about Chrissy Teigen?
No.
Nope.
Not. She has no place on my show.
Ooh. If you want somebody that's just going to disagree and be wrong about everything, you know who you could go with.
No, Gwyneth Paltrow would fill in for Chrissy Teigen, I think, because that'd be fun.
I was going to say Nancy Grace.
Nope, I would never give her a spot on my show. Ever.
Ooh. What about Paula Deen?
You should have known that.
What about Paula Deen?
She's canceled though. I don't want to bring.
Oh, okay.
I don't want to bring canceled people back.
Okay, that makes sense.
I don't even remember who I said, honestly.
You said Cher, Julie.
Who wouldn't want Cher? Nicki Minaj.
I wouldn't want Cher. Fuck Cher.
Cher'd be fun to have like
Celine Dion, just because you'd never understand anything she's saying with her fucking accent. I'm from Canada, but I speak French. Betty White.
It's a good one. Okay, now, like Robert, you tell us your 5. I don't know. I ran out of numbers, but you tell us your 5, and then we're gonna draft a 5 together.
I had
Kristen Bell,
Betty White. People really like Anya Taylor-Joy recently because of Queen's Gambit.
Never heard that name before.
I'm gonna go with her.
I'm all for it. It's new blood.
I'm gonna go Mila Kunis.
Ooh, that's a good one.
That's really good.
And
really good.
Blake Lively. Blake Lively.
That'll fit. That's
Blake
all right.
Lively seems cool.
I mean, she's with Ryan Reynolds, so she's got to be really funny. Because that's got to be like the funniest household of all time by osmosis.
I take mine back. I would just go Mindy Kaling, Jenna Fisher, the lady, what's her face that played Angela. I would go.
It's Angela something. Angela Kingsbury.
I can't remember that. Just basically Phyllis from The Office. Just everybody, all the ladies from The Office.
All right. Well, we're gonna draft 5 then. I mean, obviously Betty White. Betty White's on there. We're all in agreement with that, right?
Betty White's fair. Yeah, Betty White.
Julie Chen also has to.
So that's me and Pat. Robert, back to you. You pick one now.
Okay, so you guys went Betty White, Julie Chen.
Yeah.
I'm gonna stick with my number 1. I said Kristen Bell. I'm gonna say Kristen Bell.
That's solid. No, that's a solid talk show lineup.
I'm gonna go Leah Remini.
Okay. I think we could both agree on that. That's our 5.
Well, that's 4.
That's 4.
You tried to stop it at 3 right there.
Betty White, Julie. Oh, you're right. I'm looking at my other one.
Because Leah Remini will be the dickhead, the tough New York girl that'll say anything.
And then
give us our number 5, Alex.
Ellen DeGeneres, because she's a little saucy right now.
Nope. You said we can veto. She's canceled as well.
Right, but that makes it edgy.
They just let. Well, why can she go in and Paula Deen can't? Well, actually, no. We know why Paula Deen can't. Never mind. I immediately retract that statement.
Exactly why.
No, fuck Ellen. I'm not having Ellen on my show.
Okay. Then Nicki Minaj.
There you go.
Because Nicki Minaj is gonna get like mean to people, and I think that like
Nicki and Leah Remini are definitely gonna get.
Honestly, that's a really like Nicki Minaj.
That's a great show.
So okay, this was the dream view lineup according to the 3 Past the Grady boys. Obviously big View fans. Betty White, Julie Chen Moonves, Kristen Bell, Leah Remini, and Nicki Minaj.
Oh man,
tell us who wouldn't watch that show. Obviously, that's a great show. So I really feel like we learned not only a lot about each other, but a lot about the View. And about I feel like I was also just throwing out random people's names and just being like, yep, I like that name.
Seeing what sticks.
I just want to watch that because Leia.
Cher was not I don't really have a reason for being Cher. That was one of the first names that came to my mind.
I just want to hear Leia and Nicki Minaj yelling at each other, and out of nowhere, Betty White's on the side I fucked Charlie Chaplin. It was what the fuck did you just say?
I'm here for that. That was a great question, Javier. Keep those coming, buddy. All right, our final question of the week from you guys. Alexis Garcia at Alexis Texas _ says, is there anything that your dog, and then in parentheses it says, or cat, I suppose, could do that you wouldn't forgive them for? Is there anything your dog or cat could do that you would not forgive them for?
Yeah, if my dog turned into a cat.
I'm trying to think. What would I not be able to forgive Weezy for?
If my dog,
if she turned me into the feds, I'd be pretty pissed. But I wouldn't be I'd still be I still want to snuggle you.
If my dog attacked Jose Altuve before Game 7 of the World Series and he couldn't play.
Yeah,
that'd be tough. That'd be tough.
I don't think I really if you killed a family member, I'd probably be pretty pissed. But it's I honestly think I'd still forgive you at a certain point, which is sad. Is a dog. I would be so pissed, and it but it's how long can you harbor resentment against the dog?
Weezy, you killed my mother, but your face is so.
But I love you. Right? Try hating a dog. Just try it.
I hate a dog that's in the other room right now.
Okay, well.
It's the only dog I've ever disliked in my life. If you met this dog, you'd fucking hate him too. He's a piece of shit.
It's not your dog, is it?
It's my sister's dog, but I live with it. So
obviously,
I'm not talking about the dogs that live with my parents. Those dogs are infallible. I'm talking about these dickheads that I live with.
I don't think there's anything that a dog could do.
It would have to kill my mother.
Yeah. And
even my dad, I could probably be well, you probably had a good idea. Or a good reason. You can't kill my mom though, bro.
Yeah. That's definitely a good example. Robert, what about you?
Yeah, I like the Jose Altuve thing.
That's fair. That's fair. That's a great question. That's a solid crop of answers questions, guys. Hashtag PTG answers at Pass the Gravy Pod. Hit us up on Twitter. I'm at Alex J. Middleton. Pat's at Not Pat D. And Robert is at Robert Barbosa 03. Make sure to mark your calendars for Saturday, December 18th. We're going to be out at Southern Star Brewing Company, the 8th annual Pass the Gravy Christmas Spooktacular. It's going to be a ton of fun. Live music, awesome food. A fantastic podcast is going to be going down, and bring all your friends. It'll be our annual Christmas party and Gravy's Awards. So I guess in the beginning of next month, we're going to announce some of the nominees, and I'm really looking forward to hanging out with you guys. Last year, the COVID thing kind of stopped that, and I know a lot of you guys couldn't come out, but this year I'm really looking forward to hanging out with you guys and hoping we have some bigger numbers. Also, I'm going to be going up to Sam Houston this weekend to watch our Pass the Gravy athletes, Cody Crest and Ryan Humphreys, play. Sam Houston State's going to be playing Dixie State. I got tickets already. If you guys want to come hang, hit your boy up at Alex J. Middleton. I'm down to tailgate. It's a noon kickoff, so we can tailgate. I don't think they sell booze or anything in the stadium. So, we tailgate ahead of time. We're good by the end of the game, and then we can just travel on back. But it's going to be a nice little Saturday. And I'm looking forward to heading back up to Huntsville to watch our boys. So if you're down to hop on and come support the boys, let me know, and we can get ourselves a nice little gravy group going up there. But Robert's got a podcast called A Recent Study Suggests. He's hating on daylight saving time, and you can go listen to that this week. I feel like I constantly just agree with your better half, Robert. I agree with Sam way more than I agree with you on a lot of these things we'll talk about on the podcast. But at A Recent Study Pod on Twitter and Instagram, and then go follow them on Facebook as well. I hope you guys have a great rest of your week. Be good to one another. Let's go Giants and let's go Packers, and T's and P's for the Astros. Also, go check out the pinned tweet on our Twitter profile and donate to our buddy Mundo right now. He really needs our help. So we love you guys. Have a great week. Until we talk to you all next time. Pass the gravy. Yeah. Bitches!